All right, Sri. Ready.
Okay.
One second. All right, ready.
Okay. Welcome everyone to our 2021 EAK 16th annual celebration or annual event. And I like to introduce our MCs. Our MCs are not stranger to Om or EducateAKid. One is my dear friend and my sister Priya Shivadas, and she is not strange to anybody, and she's a pro MC for a lot of our programs. Also, she's very much passionate about EducateAKid, and she will rock and shine for this whole program. And my second MC is Divya Arun, and Divya is like my little, little niece slash sister, and also she is a very well-known artist in our program, like in all the OM program, EducateAKid program, very talented girl. And I take this moment to invite both of them to be the part of the program and being MC, and we are very thankful for their presence.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Priya Shivadas, for those of you who don't know me here. Thank you, Sridevi, for that wonderful introduction. I don't know if I'll call myself a pro, but I'm very happy to once again MC EducateAKid event. We have been virtual this past year and this year, but as many of you know, EducateAKid event, whether virtual or in person, is always garnered a lot of attention because of the good work that we do. So I want to thank each and every one of you who has logged in today, and taking special pride in getting Divya as my co-host, kind of her first MC gig. So I'm looking forward to this co-hosting with her. And thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. And without further ado, I would like to start with the lamp lighting and invite Parul Gupta to do the honors of lamp lighting.
Thank you. Thank you.
Divya?
Divya mute Lana.
Are you not playing the Ishvara Prarthana?
Okay.
സത്യമായി ശുദ്ധസ്നേഹമായി ദിവ്യജ്ഞാനമായി വാഴും ദൈവമേ, നിത്യവും നിൻ കൃപാകടാക്ഷങ്ങൾ ഏകണേ ഞങ്ങൾക്കെപ്പോഴും. പാരിലാലംബഹീനരായോരെ സേവിപ്പാൻ ശക്തി നൽകണം. സത്യധർമാദി സദ്ഗുണങ്ങള ജീവിതം ധന്യമാക്കണം. ബുദ്ധനും മഹാവിഷ്ണുവും യേശു ക്രിസ്തുവും നബി അല്ലാഹും എല്ലാം ഏകമാണെന്ന വേദാന്തം ഞങ്ങളിൽ ദൃഢമാക്കണം. സത്യമായി ശുദ്ധസ്നേഹമായി ദിവ്യജ്ഞാനമായി വാഴും ദൈവമേ, നിത്യവും നിൻ കൃപാകടാക്ഷങ്ങൾ ഏകണേ ഞങ്ങൾക്കെപ്പോഴും, ഏകണേ ഞങ്ങൾക്കെപ്പോഴും, ഏകണേ ഞങ്ങൾക്കെപ്പോഴും. സത്യമായി ശുദ്ധ.
All right, that was Anjusha. She's our EducateAKid recipient for the last 2 years. She actually recorded this video and sent it to us from India. Okay, and we hope to hear from you soon, Anjusha, next year also. Good luck. Thank you.
Okay, that was how we have started the event. So welcome everybody, and please take this opportunity to show the light on these. We are taking this opportunity to show the light on our recipients. Please remember that EAK fundraising generates the money to put these kids through 4 years of professional college, and not only that, it helps to support the whole family, which is what EducateAKid stands for. By helping these kids, we are not just helping them attain a professional career in their life, but rather brings up the whole family, which in fact, we have seen year and year again. This is the 16th year of EAK. And today, as we go through the program, you will hear from our past recipients who have not just landed good jobs, but also have been able to uplift their whole family from poverty, help their younger siblings. And more than that, we are going to hear from recipients who want to give back to the program, which is such a wonderful, wonderful thing you're doing. So every dollar that you donate today or contribute, every single dollar goes towards these kids. So as we go through today's events, you're going to hear this time and again. And just the fact that you're all logged in and watching this fundraiser itself shows that you're all committed. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts for doing that first step. And let's see some money flowing in. I'm going to now invite not a stranger again to OHM and EAK, our esteemed president of OHM, Vinod Bahleyan. He's not just the president right now, he's been a long-term director on OHM committee and the man behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, and sometimes right in your face when the need arises. Without much further ado, Vinod, I welcome you to give the welcome address.
Wow, right in your face. That I did not anticipate. How we wish today's event could have been a banquet that we have normally done. I don't want to say thanks to COVID, but because of COVID, here we are again on the second year on a Zoom call. However, welcome to all. Started in 2004 by a group of 3 friends, and 2 of them are here today, Bailan Panikar and Hari Nair, and Ashok, I didn't see him. A scholarship with 4 students in the first year, and having grown since to over a couple of hundred students the last year. Now, 16 years later, we are pleased to say we have supported 700 plus students and provided scholarships for more than $400,000. This year, our goal is to collect and support all the continuing students. A notable mention this year, and I'm sure the MCs will give him a decent intro, is Anish Lakshman. He was one of the EAK recipient, and recently he had called Sri Devi and mentioned his interest in supporting this organization. Hands off to him for his initiative in doing this. We helped him, and now he's willing to help other students that are in the same position that he was in years ago. It is my pleasure on behalf of the OHM board to welcome longtime EAK supporter Parul Gupta and Sujit Nair. Madam, thank you for lighting the lamp for today's event. It is our hope that this light will brighten the future of all the kids we support, and our keynote speaker for tonight is Parul Gupta. And also thank you for your generous donation. We welcome our motivational speakers for this evening. And these guys are not new to this event. Sergeant Pillai, KP Hari, and Professor Unnikrishnan. We also invite the spouses, Lata Hariharan, Brinda Nair, and Rama Chechi. We welcome longtime EAK supporter, Dr. Shyam Krishnan, Paul Karla, and ex-KHNA and OHM President Ramdas Pillai. It's my pleasure to invite my friend, a longtime friend, ex-KHNA President also, Dr. Rekha Menon. Thank you for your support and also the publicity you offered by sending out these flyers to your friends. We are pleased to welcome for a second year, violin sensation Veda Mitra, joining us today from Kerala for a live performance. Welcome, Veda. Welcome, Karthik, all the way from Boston, who is here to entertain us with his melodies. Now, you guys already met Divya and Priya. Welcome to you, both of you. Thank you for hosting our event today. I'm not sure how many scholarship participants were able to join us today, but welcome to all of you if you are in our call today. What I'd like to mention, and I need to thank Ravi Uncle for this. I call him Ravi Uncle, and sometimes I call him Ravi 8, and I'm not sure what I should call him. But he, last year or the year before, started reaching out to the second generation kid. We got a decent donations from them last year, and we saw a bunch of donations coming on this year also.
5,000.
Welcome to our events today. I see a few of the second generation here. Thank you for your donations. Keep it coming, and welcome to our event today. Welcome to the board of directors, without whom none of these are possible. Last but not least, welcome to all of you for joining us today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Before I let you go, let me remind you, as Priya did, this fundraiser is for desperately needy students. If you have already donated, thank you. If you have not, please donate as much as you can. No donation is too small. A donation of $250 supports a student for a year, and a $500 donation will allow you to have a named scholarship. Now, I invite the MCs back to kick off our fundraiser today. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you, Vinodeta, for that inviting welcome speech. I am so delighted to invite our first keynote speaker for tonight, Parul Gupta. She's the CEO of Recurring Decimal LLC since 2016. After she migrated to United States in 2003, she has worked in major corporations, including United Healthcare, Sapient, and JP Morgan Chase, in many leadership roles. She has seen and practiced charity, especially with education from her childhood. Parul is known in her circle as a women's rights advocate and a major supporter for women at work, starting with her own company. Apart from information technology, She loves outdoor activities such as hiking and camping. Parul married her colleague Sujit Nair while working in Southern California. Sujit Nair is a vice president with Spiridian Technologies, where he manages government and public sector segment. Sujit Nair is also a close friend of KP Hari. We all know KP Hari among our community, and they moved to Phoenix in 2013, and they have daughters Neha and Hannah. I'm delighted to welcome Parul Gupta for her speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Divya. Thank you, everyone here. And thank you, EducateAKid event organizers, for inviting me to this event. I am very grateful and honored to have this opportunity. We as a family have been part of EducateAKid movement for a few years now, thanks to KP Hari. We call him Harietta. And please forgive my Malayalam accent. I try, but I continuously fail, but I keep trying. Every year, it is gratifying to see a new list of kids getting the scholarships and moving on to the next phase in their lives. And I understand there are existing partners of EducateAKid here and personnels and families who are curious what it would be to be part of EducateAKid initiative. When I learned that about the audience, I thought, I should share some experience. I think it was back in 88 or 89. One of those days, you're very young, you don't really bother what's going on in the house. But I noticed my mother talking to the daughter of a washerwoman. And if those of you who just in case, I know there's a second generation here, back in India, we didn't have washers. So we had help and we called them washerwomen. So anyways, my mom is scolding the daughter of this woman that, hey, why didn't you show up to school? My head was thinking, why is my mom worried about this kid? She's not her daughter, as to why she should go to school. And then my mom turned around to to the mother saying that, hey, why are you not helping your daughter? Let her at least go to school. At least don't stop her from going to school because there's too much work. My mom is now retired and was a school professor, and strict one, by the way. Surprisingly, all her students and their parents still respected and adored her. I always wondered why. Turns out she was sponsoring a lot of kids' education. Out of her small 400 odd Indian rupees salary per month, and at all college levels, let it be primary, middle, or high school kids. And now if anyone is thinking my dad must be a big businessman or something, but no, he was also having a small cottage industry set up. And I saw him always having this discussion with the workers that, hey, why are you not taking the salary? And the families would come home to ask for money because they were dealing with drinking issue of these people. We all know these things happen, but we all keep trying to fix this in some way or the other to the best of our capacity. But all of this left an impact somewhere on us as a family, wherein to support was never a question of if I can afford to support someone, but do I want to support? My point being, one doesn't need to be rich or super wealthy to be partners for others' education or in any other support. It's just an experience you want to decide to be part of. And mind you, one hell of a fulfilling experience. And we as a family, me as an individual, thoroughly enjoy it. It's just satisfying. And not to go far, I'm here in front of all of you. What you did not hear as part of my introduction was that I'm a person from a very small town called Hathras in Uttar Pradesh. By any chance, has anyone heard of the town? My guess is no. The reason, and maybe some people who are really following Indian news very, very closely, they might say there was some social challenges there. That's the reason this town came in news. But the point was, some of my family members thought, hey, maybe there is some potential in this girl, and they supported me, and I ended up with some, for some higher education in Mumbai from the small town. My parents couldn't afford to provide me that kind of education at the time. And without the family support, for which I'll be forever obliged. But today is my turn and our turn to help educate a kid, to enable them and to help others. And it goes on as a true effort to enable everyone for a better and happier world. Most of us have heard of a 3-jar concept, I'm sure. Saving, spending, and donations. We definitely do well with saving, we do well with spending. I think at times we do forget about donation, but we want to. And I just want to take this opportunity to remind ourselves and remind our kids as well. So we saw this as a practice of giving, not just as a one-time thing, but as a habit for us and our kids. And it is so nice to hear that there are some young people, the next generation, as we call it, who's present here. And they're young, I get, they're in their early 20s and late 20s. Sridevi earlier was telling me that her son is also present here. And of course, she's present. And so all the parents and the kids, what an inspiration is what I would say. And I want to say thank you and keep up the good work and tradition. It is a tradition too. This is where our core culture is, to give. You and your parents really motivate me. And I'm so proud of you to have you here for this noble cause. Again, as a reminder, we teach our kids to help the society. It starts with us practicing and setting up an example for our kids now, not later. So they know when we say we should help, we really mean it when they see us doing so. And last, and the most important reason we are all here, to the students, I assume, who are present here as part of EducateAKid. And if you are not present, I want to pass on this message. We need every single one of you to develop your talents, your skills, and intellect, so you can help solve our most difficult problems in our society. There is a reason we all feel to do so. And don't give up. You will succeed, you will fail. Failure doesn't mean to stop. You have to try again, and you will find a way. We have all failed as well. We have not been thoroughly successful every time. Where you are right now doesn't have to determine where you will end up. No one is going to write your destiny. You will write your own destiny. Whatever you resolve to do, I just want to make sure you are committed to it. Your commitment is what that matters. And I know sometimes you get the sense from the TV that you can be rich and successful without any hard work. Please know, it can only happen on the screen and not in real life. No one is born being good at things. You become good at things only through hard work and through smart working, of course. And I'm sure most of us here can attest to that thought. And once you become a success, don't forget of the next step, to be a partner to educate other kids. And hats off to the person who's joining. I'm sorry, I forgot the name, who reached out to contribute. Let us keep giving back to the society and let the light keep spreading on. Thank you. Thank you, EducateAKid organizers again.
Thank you, Parul Gupta. That was an inspiring speech. And we could see that all the kind gestures that you're getting, that you have, is actually got it from your parents. And we have a lot to learn from you, and we would definitely learn a lot from you in the future also. So, and I would like to thank you and Sujit Nair for your continuous support to EducateAKid all these years. So I wanted to share some thoughts on EducateAKid, or share some of my thoughts on EducateAKid. I have been part of EducateAKid since 2008, when I was a college student, and I'm still part of it as a working woman. So I'm very proud. I'm proud to say that I'm part of this organization that supports students that are in need back in India. Also to mention, my mother also plays an integral part in EducateAKid organization. She has been a treasurer for several years, and I have seen after she makes the payments to the students back in India, I have seen the numerous phone calls that she gets, and it is so I feel so happy when the parents say that every penny counts for them, and it's nothing is little. Just like Parul said, everything counts. So when they say that how grateful they are, we should be thankful. So since this is November and this is Thanksgiving month, let's be thankful and let's give it back to the society. Let's count our blessings and let's give it back to the society for whatever we can by supporting these students through Educated Kid program. Thank you.
Can we have the slide, please? What you're going to see now is a presentation on EducateAKid. Next slide. So if you are in this event today, you do know what is EducateAKid, but just to refresh the memory of those who are joining, who have not participated for a long time, or for the newcomers on this program. So scholarship, it is a scholarship program for underprivileged college kids, and it focuses mainly in Kerala, and it's managed by OHM, the Organization of Inter-Malayalis, which is a non-profit organization in Southern California. So please check to see if your donations are tax deductible, because it is OHM is under non-profit. OHM is a non-profit organization. Next slide, please. So this is a factorial, actually a graph that shows how the cost of education is rising. It's rising much faster than inflation in India. So 16 years back, when EducateAKid first started, we could have donated 250 and it would have gone a long way in helping the education of multiple kids. Whereas if you look at the graph and you see how much the inflation has increased, you're going to see that we need more funds to educate one child. Just the graph shows you why this is so important, why we have this event, why we need this for those kids back home who cannot afford. Cost of living increases, but as we all know, even here, not always do salary increase, or even, you do not get enough payment to actually balance out that inflation. So whatever we contribute, it really helps. And if the current trend continues, if you want to get an MBA degree, it will be close to 60 lakh rupees in the year 2021. And that's an MBA. So you can see MBBS, engineering, and each of those, what is the inflation. Next slide, please. So why do we have to donate to EducateAKid? We hear this a lot. I do my part. I do give to this. I do give to that. I donate here. I help kids. I sponsor kids. We hear all this, but why do it through EducateAKid? It's 100% volunteer managed, and there is zero administration cost, which is really a big deal, because none of us who work on this, the committee members, everybody who's involved in EducateAKid works as a volunteer, so there is no administration cost. It focuses on economically challenged college students. So we are very, very careful about who gets these. And as the program goes along, we are going to hear from advisors in India. They play such an important role in making sure that the money goes to the right place. So those trusted advisors are our backbone for the program, and they ensure that it really goes to these deserving kids. Moreover, we also have an endowment fund, which actually a portion of whatever you donate is put into this endowment fund for those lean years when we cannot afford, or we don't find funds to support these kids who rely on us. And EAK directly distributes the funds to the students. There's no middle party. Like Divya said, her mom, Rama Nair, who has been the treasurer, personally makes sure that the money goes into the account of each and every one of these recipients. So there is no middle person. Next slide, please. So as we go along, you're going to see how every single dollar that you donate is actually helping towards these kids, and nothing is small. You don't have to donate $100. You don't have to donate $250. If you can, well and good. We definitely appreciate it and are very thankful. But please open up your purses. This is the time to do it, and we really encourage you to do that. Thank you very much. Thanks for the Zoom team for showing that slide. Next up, we have our first speaker for this evening. Again, someone who is not a stranger to the OHM community. This is Dr. Raman Unnikrishnan. We all know him as Unnikrishnan Uncle, Unnikrishnan Chetan, and Professor Unnikrishnan. So it is my privilege to invite Dr. Unnikrishnan to give a few words, to speak to the EAK recipients and all of us on this call. Dr. Unnikrishnan served as the Dean of College of Engineering and Computer Science at Cal State Fullerton for 15 years. And prior to that, he has been a professor and head of electrical engineering department at Rochester Institute of Technology in New York. Since 2016, he has been a professor of electrical engineering and computer engineering, engaged in teaching and research at CSUF. He currently holds a distinguished visiting professor appointment at the Mukesh Patel School of Technology Management and Engineering of the Narsi Monji Institute of Management Studies in Mumbai, India. He's a native of Ernakulam and has been a long-time resident of US. Dr. Unnikrishnan is very actively involved in OHM and EAK and has always been a very strong supporter of the program. We are proud to have Dr. Unnikrishnan speak to us today. Dr. Unnikrishnan.
Thank you, Priya. A long time, the definition of long time is that I've been living here longer than many of you are living in the world, or most of you are living in the world. And thank you. Thank you. A few thanks are in order. And I think, let me start with that. Sridevi Warrior was very persistent that I joined this event this evening. Technically, I am far away from here. I am in the middle of an engineering accreditation visit in Paris. So my body is in Paris time, even though it's a virtual visit, so I'm in California, but I'm working far away from here. But when I reflect on OHM, I think I'm so happy and thankful for having an organization called Organization of Hindu Malayalis. And every word in that has a meaning, has relevance. Relevance to me as a person, it is a proud connection as a professional. It is a sense of camaraderie. So OHM, thank you. Second, a group of people, past presidents and leaders who continue to be here, and the current leadership. I'm sure that if I mention a few names, I will miss many, and that is terrible. But on the other hand, I do a lot of terrible things. If I don't mention anyone, that doesn't say anything. So Priya, thank you. Thank you for being the MC. Thank you, Vinod Bahalayan, for heading the organization. Rama Nair, another leader. Suresh Inchur, being a leader in multiple ways, both spiritually and active in the organization. Jay Menon, Padmanabh Iyer, I suppose he is in the audience. Dr. Pradeep Nair, my colleague and friend and neighbor, and Dr. Ravi Raghavan, another stalwart in our community. And then I feel honored to see and appreciate the service of Ravi Vallaperi. Ravi has been a pillar. He has been such a staunch presence in the community and a persistent and always reliable individual. I thank you, Ravi, for being there. And I appreciate, and this, we don't get enough opportunities for appreciating people's contribution, but they are felt. And they are felt, and so this thank you is heartfelt. Balakrishna Panikar and a host of others who have led this organization and initiatives like EducateAKid. Being a professor, I'm always in a teaching mode. So, but on the other hand, my wife will be listening to this, and she has promised me that she will mute me if I speak a little too long. So I'll try to be very brief. I don't think I can bring the humanity that Parul Gupta brought into the conversation. I do not have the wisdom that many of you have to bring to this conversation. I do not have anything novel to share with you. I have been disconnected with a lot of things actively in India, even though I do have a very close connection of some sort. But on the other hand, I thought I would reflect on a couple of things, which you have heard, you have seen, all of that. But nevertheless, in the interest of doing terrible things, I will share a couple of thoughts that came to my mind. EducateAKid, the words are very, very important. Educate, A, kid. And the last two, I will come back a little later. Educate is, in a way, is the root, the Sanskrit root is Vidya. Vidya is so important in Hindu culture, Hindu tradition, and it is in our DNA. And so not just a scholarship support opportunity, but it is part of us. I was trying to connect in multiple ways. There are so many ways that our culture has venerated Vidya. One old, some 500-600 years before Christ. Na choraharyam, na cha rajaharyam, na bhradruhadyam, na cha bharagari. Vyaye krude varthada eva nityam, vidyadhanam sarvadhanam pravanam. Na choraharyam, you cannot steal it. Thieves cannot steal Vidya. Na cha rajaharyam, a king cannot tax it. Sacramento or Washington or Thiruvananthapuram cannot take it away from anyone. Na bhradruhadyam, it cannot be divided through partition or inheritance. Na cha bharagari, it's not very heavy to have Vidya. Vyaye krude varthada eva nityam. The more you do with it, it multiplies. It multiplies daily. And vidyadhanam sarvadhanam pradhanam. That is the wealth of education is the most important wealth. And that is a very interesting reflection to me anyways, in the sense that defines our heritage. That there are many such wise thoughts expressed beautifully, powerfully, persuasively in our Vedas and in our Upanishads and in Subhashitams and so forth. So that is where our DNA comes from. That's where our spiritual connection comes from. But then something happened around 700, 800 AD or slightly after that. Our culture started being attacked and decimated. This about 3 months ago, I was in Maharashtra, northern Maharashtra, and visiting Ellora caves. It is very difficult to see that the cruel, unnecessary, willful damage to the sculptures. I was not doing any harm to anybody. But this was what the Hindu culture in India went through since 700 plus AD. That continued. And our education system, the Takshashila and Nalanda and Manasa and countless others, destroyed. Even how many of us know that about 100, 200 years prior to Newton, infinite series summation for the pi, the constant pi, was invented or discovered by, not invented, but discovered by the Kerala School of Mathematics, by Bhaskaracharya, who lived around Iringalakkuda. But we don't know that. We never learned that because our education system was decimated and destroyed to the point that we don't feel good about ourselves. And then came the British and the missionaries, whose primary objective was conversion rather than education. We went through that. And then came freedom, became independent. God knows what that led. At least we have some level of availability of educational institutions. All of that aside, today, lack of funds, as the presentation pointed out, is a major hurdle for a lot of people. And your spending education is about, for secondary education, is about $12,700 or so per pupil. This is for secondary school education. Think about that. That's about 10 lakhs rupees approximately. India doesn't have the horsepower to engage in that level of spending, and we don't. But then we get into the higher education. California spends the largest amount of money for higher education, and unwisely, I might hastily add, but it does spend about 22 lakhs of rupees, or about 20,000 plus $23,000 per pupil in higher education system. India doesn't have that. So what is where is our country now? What is the state of education? I had an opportunity to work with government of India for a number of years as India was seeking admission to the Washington Accord that ratified and legitimized engineering degrees in India, at least the accredited engineering degrees in India. And I was very pleased to have that opportunity. But in doing so, I had left India as a kid, 100 years ago, and I never knew how education was meted out in India. But this experience allowed me to go into the nitty-gritty details of educational planning and implementation. It's a very tough challenge for the government. It is not easy. It's not an easy task. A lot of things go by the wayside. They cannot, Indian government, as a percentage of GDP, is investing a whole lot in education. And even Kerala is leading education in literacy, but not in higher education, Kerala cannot point out a single institution of higher learning of the caliber of national institutions. I may be offending somebody, but I think it is not there, in my opinion. But there are many issues in education, from wastage of resources to lack of facilities, infrastructure, and emergence of elite institutions. When I was a child in Ernakulam, my father took me to the nearby school and enrolled me, and life was good. I had some distinguished people studying in my school. That is, that aside, today we have designer schools. So coming back to EducateAKid and what we can do. Can we change the world? No. Can we change India? No. Can we change education system in Kerala? Probably not. but can we change a few lives? Can we help a few people? The answer is emphatically yes. So an initiative like EducateAKid focuses on what is possible, what is realistic, what makes a difference. So thank you for inviting me. I think we can do it. And I encourage everybody to be part of this initiative. Thank you.
Thank you, Unnikrishnan Uncle. That was an inspiring speech, and I hope everybody can contribute and make a change to the society, like he mentioned. I would like to introduce the next speaker for tonight. I'm honored to introduce Sergeant Pillai. He's the founder chairman of McLaren Strategic Ventures and the managing partner of Season 2 Ventures. He's also the founder and investor of a group of companies revolutionizing senior care, medical tourism, and life care. Sergeant Pillai, prior to this, was the founder CEO of UST, an international multi-billion-dollar digital firm. Under his leadership, UST grew from 20 employees to 25,000 employees and then to a billion-dollar firm. His accolades and awards are too many to mention here, but I would like to mention one of the Sergeant's initiatives, Step It Up America, that was set up to train and hire 5,000 minority women in the field of IT, a program that has been endorsed by political and industry leaders. Also, I would like to add on that news that I came across today and an online news portal that McLaren Technology Acquisition Corp raised $200 million in SPAC, Special Purpose Acquisition Corp, in US NASDAQ Stock Exchange. This is the first time in the history of US Stock Exchange NASDAQ, a Malayali investor's SPAC is listed. Sergeant Pillai holds an engineering degree from College of Engineering, Toronto. He lives with his wife, Lata, and his family in Orange County. Also, Lata, Harikaran, and Sergeant Pillai have been ardent supporters of EducateAKid for all these years. Thank you so much for your continual encouragement and support for the program. It has made a change to a lot of people's life. I welcome Sergeant Pillai.
Thank you. Thank you, Divya, very much. Can you hear me okay? Wonderful.
Yes.
Yes. This is the 16th year of my participation of EducateAKid. We had a terrific conversation last time, on the 15th anniversary, and I hope to, and I'm very, very excited about what happened last time, and I hope to replicate the magic of contribution this time for EducateAKid, a program that these facilitators and organizers have worked very hard to keep up for the last 16 years without a break. So, you know, all of us know education is our greatest opportunity to give an irrevocable gift to the next generation. And there's nothing more poignant, nothing more impactful, nothing more significant than what we're doing with your initiatives. Just think about it. Just today, 260 million children aren't going to school, right? 750 million people over 15 years of age cannot read in the world today. And 2/3 of them, those people who cannot read, are women. Think about that. And even in India, the educational gap is astounding. 4% of the children in India never see the inside of a school. Now, that's one thing. 58%, almost 60% of everybody in India don't complete primary school. Just think about that as a shocking statistics. So this is the environment that we are given and we have to deal with. So just this puts in context what EducateAKid as an organization has been doing for 16 years. We have raised over close to $500,000 with an endowment fund reserved for about $100K in case something would happen. 700 children have been able to live their dreams just because of the initiative that you took. It's not just in engineering, right? It's about finding vocational skills in printing, animation, music, and variety of other fields of interest. And I hear that this year, we will launch another category of education, the Kshetrakala. Whether it's Kudiyatam or other forms, Kathakali and other forms of cultural artistic excellence can be trained and brought up. So this is the significance. And I have to tell you that, right? We cannot aspire to be successful because we make money. We have to leave our marks in the sands of time. And I truly believe that the group, what you're doing, is creating an impactful generations to come. One of the mechanisms that I would love to encourage all of you is contribute to this effort through scholarships. Scholarships in the names of your parents and your loved ones. Kerala has a very rich history of education, and I don't need to go there. Professor actually touched upon many of those things. But I understand that the 34 scholarships that have already been started that are contributing to EducateAKid. And last year alone, 10 new scholarships were started. So for those of you who are either not had an opportunity to initiate or waiting to start, I would say the time is now. Start a contribution in the name of your parents, in the name of people who you loved, who can embody the culture of Kerala and start contributing in their name to this really honorable and impactful cause. Also, last year we raised, ladies and gentlemen, $65,000. This year is different. Middle of COVID, there is significant loss of jobs because of the pandemic. Parents of these children that are desperately to get education, they just don't have the jobs. The tuition remains high, unaffordable. And in many cases, these kids cannot afford. The complexity and confusion has increased. Just imagine just the cost of phone, because they have to take this education online. Colleges aren't open. Just affording the phone is difficult. Majority of the colleges are closed. Kids cannot go there. We here, right, sitting here in the United States, may or may not be able to appreciate. And that's something that we need to consider when we are contributing. So it's really simple. I hear over $20,000 have been raised. And I want this people on this video and our friends and our families to really come together, meet or exceed the goal that we set ourselves last year. So I would make a simple proposition. Any dollar that anybody commit today over what has been committed, I will match dollar to dollar from our family office for a cap of $10,000. I want to encourage all of you, each of you, to really think about, at the minimum, there are 365 days, $1 per day. Just think about it, what it can do for children of Kerala. Once again, any dollar that any of you would match, you would contribute, we will contribute $1 to match. And I truly encourage all of you to contribute towards this worthy cause. And once again, my heart goes out to all the organizers and the founders of this organization. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you, Sajan. That was an amazing speech, and more than that, wow, what a contribution. Thank you so much from the bottom of our heart. And for those on the call who might have missed that, I just want to reiterate again. Sajan just pledged to match contribution dollar to dollar for whatever you contribute today, up to a maximum of $10,000. He and his family are doing this for EducateAKid. So please, this is the opportunity to take it a challenge to see if we can make Sajan meet that $10,000 within like the next 15 minutes, right? I don't know if Sajan will be happy about that, but let's take it as a challenge. Open up and let's see those funds pour in so we can put Sajan's money to work.
Thank you,
so
Sajan.
much. And thank you, Sajan. Again, it's always a pleasure to hear you speak, and your passion comes through. So we are very grateful that you took our invite and accepted on behalf of EAK.
Thank you.
Thank you. So at this point, I want to mention I just got a note from a high school student, Sanjana, who donated $50 on her own to EAK. Thank you so much. Sanjana is Sunil Ravindran's daughter, Sunil Bindu, who is also a part of OHM and EAK. So thank you very much, Sanjana. Your donation means a lot. I know it's your pocket money and something you save up for. So this is a very thoughtful gesture. So that, like I said earlier, every dollar counts. And now we have Sajan who's going to match dollar to dollar. Thank you. Next up, we have a song by one of our upcoming singers in OHM, Akarsh Suresh. Akarsh is a Whitney High School, California, junior in Whitney High School in California. He's the son of Suresh, Enchur, and Adira. And he loves music of all genres. His hobbies include reading, writing, drawing. And he has always been a very enthusiastic performer in OHM programs. So sit back, relax. He is going to sing the Hindi song Mai Shair To Nahi from the movie Bobby, that's made famous by Dimple Kapadia and Rishi Kapoor. The playback singer is Shailendra Singh, but in our case, the singer is now Akarsh Suresh.
मैं शायर तो नहीं, मैं शायर तो नहीं, मगर हंसी जब से देखा मैंने तुझको, मुझको शायरी आ गई। मैं शायर तो नहीं, मगर हंसी जब से देखा मैंने तुझको, मुझको शायरी आ गई। मैं आशिक तो नहीं, मगर हंसी जब से देखा मैंने तुझको, मुझको आशिकी आ गई। मैं शायर तो नहीं। प्यार का नाम मैंने सुना था, मगर प्यार क्या है ये मुझको नहीं थी खबर। प्यार का नाम मैंने सुना था, मगर प्यार क्या है ये मुझको नहीं थी खबर। मैं तो उलझा रहा उलझनों की तरह, दोस्तों में रहा दुश्मनों की तरह। मैं दुश्मन तो नहीं, मैं दुश्मन तो नहीं, मगर हंसी
It's like we had a technical glitch. We know that.
I know, I'm trying to fix it. Sorry about that. Here it comes again.
मैं शायर तो नहीं, मैं शायर तो नहीं, मगर हंसी जब से देखा मैंने तुझको, मुझको शायरी आ गई। मैं शायर तो नहीं,
I have no idea what happened. I know that's underneath it, but
मैंने तुझको, मुझको शायरी आ गई। मैं आशिक तो नहीं, मगर हंसी जब से देखा मैंने तुझको, मुझको आशिकी आ गई। मैं शायर तो नहीं। प्यार का नाम मैंने सुना था, मगर प्यार क्या है ये मुझको नहीं थी खबर। प्यार का नाम मैंने सुना था, मगर प्यार क्या है ये मुझको नहीं थी खबर। मैं तो उलझा रहा उलझनों की तरह, दोस्तों में रहा दुश्मनों की तरह। मैं दुश्मन तो नहीं, मैं दुश्मन तो नहीं, मगर हंसी जब से देखा मैंने तुझको, मुझको दोस्ती आ गई। मैं शायर तो नहीं। सोचता हूँ नगर में दुआ मांगता, हाथ अपने उठाकर मैं क्या मांगता। सोचता हूँ नगर में दुआ मांगता, हाथ अपने उठाकर मैं क्या मांगता। जब से तुझसे मोहब्बत में करने लगा, तब से जैसे इबादत में करने लगा। मैं काफिर तो नहीं, मैं काफिर तो नहीं, मगर हंसी जब से देखा मैंने तुझको, मुझको बंदगी आ गई। मैं शायर तो नहीं, मगर ये हंसी जब से देखा मैंने तुझको, मुझको शायरी आ गई। मैं शायर तो नहीं।
Sorry about the technical glitch that happened earlier. Thank you, Agarsh. That was very melodious, and it's always a pleasure to listen to your song. And it's also a great, we know that Rishi Kapoor is no more, but this is a great opportunity to remember him also. Even though he's no more, he lives in our hearts through these songs. Thank you, Agarsh, once again. Next, we have a video message from a celebrity. He's a well-known person from the Malayalam film industry. He's also a writer, actor, producer, and a journalist. And he's from Nedumudi, Alapi. I'll give you one more hint. He is a scriptwriter for a super duper hit movie, Commissioner. I'm sure some of you have already guessed. It is none other than Renji Panikkar. Let's hear to what he has to say about EducateAKid. Thank you.
I'm Renji Panikkar. I wish the 16th annual fundraising program of EducateAKid a great success. I wish that more and more good-hearted people participate in this program and more students are benefited in the coming years. All the best to the organizers and all the beneficiaries. Thank you.
Can I have the slide with the payment details, please? Okay, so this is the time to donate. Kindly donate to EducateAKid fundraising event. You can go to educateakid.org and donate through PayPal, or you can also mail a check. All the information are on the slide. Please donate generously. Every drop counts, so please donate. Also, at this time, I would like to mention that after Sergeant Pillai's speech, we got a payment of $500 from Vidubala and Ajit in the name of Ashwati Memorial Fund to sponsor a girl child. So that was very nice of you, Vidubala and Ajit Kumar. So kindly donate. Kindly donate to the fund, please. Thank you so much.
Divya, I have a pledge from Matthew Thomas, $500, our realtor. Matthew Thomas, $500, just donated.
Okay, Ravi Uncle was saying Matthew Thomas also donated $500. He's the realtor. So keep it coming, please. Please donate. Thank you.
Thank you, Divya. Once again, thanks Vidubala and Matthew Thomas. This is what we mean. Sajan has offered to match dollar to dollar, so everything, anything and everything counts. And thank you for everybody who's opening up their wallets right now. We are very, very happy to note that you're all here and doing this for the kids. Thanks again. We are going to move on to the next program, which is a dance by two seasoned OHM dancers, I would say, Nandana Menon and Meghna Menon. They are, those who follow OHM programs and events have seen them grow from little girls to now being seniors and high schoolers. Nandana is now a senior in high school and Meghna is a freshman, both high schoolers. They are no strangers to OHM. We have a dance by Nandana and Meghna. Sit back and enjoy.
नजर जो तेरी लागी मैं दीवानी हो गई मशहूर मेरे इश्क की कहानी हो गई जो जब मैं न मानी तो मैंने भी ठानी कहा थी न देखो कहाँ चली आई कहती है ये दीवानी मस्तानी हो गई दीवानी हाँ दीवानी दीवानी हो गई
ਹਾਏ ਤੜਪਾਵੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਜਾਨ ਕੱਢ ਜਾਵੇ ਹਾਏ ਤੜਪਾਵੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਜਾਨ ਕੱਢ ਜਾਵੇ ਤੇਰਾ ਲਾਲ ਘੱਗਰਾ ਰਾਤਾਂ ਦੀ ਨੀਂਦ ਉਡਾਵੇ ਬਿੱਲੋਣੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਬਿੱਲੋਣੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਲਾਲ ਘੱਗਰਾ ਬਿੱਲੋਣੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਲਾਲ ਘੱਗਰਾ ਬਿੱਲੋਣੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਲਾਲ ਘੱਗਰਾ
गोरे गोरे मुखड़े ते काला 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 सुरमा तक तक रामा मैनू करना गुरूर ना
नच के नचावे दिल नू जलावे जो हिले तेरा लक कोई पाए बचना Let's get crazy
तैनू तड़ पावे हाय लुट जावे तैनू तड़ पावे हाय लुट जावे मेरा लाल घग्गरा तैनू तड़ पावे हाय लुट जावे मेरा लाल घग्गरा रातां नू नींद न आवे हाय नी मेरा लाल 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 हाय नी मेरा लाल घग्गरा हाय नी मेरा लाल घग्गरा हाय
बिल्लोनी तेरा लाल घग्गरा बिल्लोनी तेरा लाल घग्गरा
आजा जरा सरक ले गिरले जरा बहक ले सैया जरा छलक ले हाय आके मुझसे लिपट ले तेरा जहर है ये इससे ना कर छेड़खानी नाइट की नॉटी कहानी ये हलकट जवानी ये हलकट जवानी मीठा ये नमकीन पानी ये हलकट जवानी ये हलकट जवानी नाइट की नॉटी कहानी ये हलकट जवानी ये हलकट जवानी
As always, awesome performance. Nandana and Meghna, it's always a pleasure to see you dance and to see how well you have grown over the years and perfected your dancing as the years go by. Thank you so much for always being an EducateAKid supporter as a family. Renu and Sujit and Nandana and Meghna, thank you very much. We really appreciate selflessly giving your time to do this for us. As I understand it, we are seeing donations flow in. So keep them coming. As we know, sergeants, we are going to put sergeants challenge to the test and make it to that 10,000 right now. So let's keep on going. At this point, I also want to mention how EducateAKid has different levels of sponsorship. So a platinum sponsor is someone who donates 5,000 and above. And we have quite a few platinum sponsors over the years. The names that I'm reading out is from the last year, because we're still tallying for this year and won't know the amounts till later. But as of now, we have Our platinum sponsors are the following. Dr. Shyam Kishan and family. Dr. Shyam has always been a supporter of EAK, a long-time supporter, always donates $5,000 and above. And we want to thank Shyam and his wife for always encouraging us and supporting us in this venture. There are no words to thank what you do for these kids through us. So thank you. Again, Sajan Pillai and Lata Hariharan, as mentioned, always platinum sponsors of EAK. And more than that, they match what everybody donates. So that definitely makes a huge difference. Thank you, Sajan, Lata, and family. We have UST, the organization, who are also platinum sponsors. They have always supported EAK, and we have had Srilata as a liaison with UST, who has helped EducateAKid and UST remain in their lines of focus. And from this year, we have Lakshmi Menon as the liaison for UST under the leadership of its CEO, Krishnan Sudhindran. UST, thank you so much for your support of EAK. Krishnan Sudhindran is the new CEO who has more than 25 plus years of leading high growth organizations. He has a 15-year career at UST and was serving as the president and CFO prior to his appointment as CEO. So UST, thank you for supporting EAK as always. So that was our platinum sponsor list. So let's see some of the younger generation who are on this board. Maybe by the next year, you all can be platinum sponsors because I know you all have huge hearts. We also have gold sponsorship, which is anyone who donates $2,500 to $5,000. And we have a list of individuals and companies who are gold sponsors. Speridian Technologies as a company always donates about $5,000. KP Hari, Brinda, and family as individuals also are gold sponsors, donating about between 2,500 to 5,000. And as we heard before, Abraham Matthew also and family. We also have a new platinum sponsor this year. I just got an information that Parul Gupta is going to donate 5,000. So she joins the rank of platinum sponsors for this year. So that was just now. As we go along the event, you'll hear more names come up, but the floor is open to you, contributors. This whole event cannot happen. This program cannot go on without you all. Thank you again.
We have a new donation from Abraham Matthew in the name of his daughter Olivia, $5,000 for girls wishing to study arts and or finance and business to be spent this year or next year, not for endowment. $5,000 from Abraham Matthew in the name of his daughter Olivia for EAK. Yeah.
Okay, so Ravi Chetan was saying that there is another sponsor who's sponsoring, Abraham Matthew.
Yeah, 5,000. Yeah.
5,000. So that's another platinum sponsor right there. I think at this point I can safely say we are exceeding 10,000. So we will definitely have that matching from Sajan. Thank you for everybody for opening up your wallets and your hearts and making this a huge success for us as we go along. It encourages us to do this work more. So thank you again and keep them coming. And like I said before, no dollar amount is small. So please, please feel free to donate. Thank you.
Thank you, Priya Chechi. Our next program for this evening is video from Anish Lakshman. He was our prior recipient of EducateAKid. So after finishing his engineering, he got placement and moved to Germany. And right now he's doing higher studies as well as working as a lead software engineer. He also wants to give back to EducateAKid program by contributing this year. I also want to thank him for that, and he's one of the first recipient to contribute. And like I say, every penny counts, and we are very thankful for him. Let's hear what he has to say. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Anish Lakshmanan. I'm currently working as a lead software engineer in Germany. I did my bachelor's in Kerala under Cochin University of Science and Technology. And afterwards, I worked a few years in India. Later on, I moved to Germany for doing my master's. And now currently, I'm working as a lead software engineer with a company which is dealing with the e-ticketing softwares. And during my bachelor's time, actually, EducateAKid was given a scholarship over my 3 years, which was very helpful for me to pay the fees and buying textbooks and all these purposes. It was very helpful. And I wish that EducateAKid can continue supporting kids. And I wish that they're getting enough support from people for giving the support for kids. And I would like to also be a part of the support. And this I already talked with the EducateAKid organization. And I wish all the success to EducateAKid in the coming years.
Thank you, Anish, if you're on the call or if you're hearing this, thank you so much. That means a lot to us. And like I said, this is the way the program gives back. Anish is one of our earliest recipients. And as you heard from his video, he really wants to help the other kids. So remember, when you donate and you give whatever you give to help a child right now, it gives multiple times back, not just to you, but to others who are following in this program. So awesome. It is such a heartening thing to hear this from one of our recipients. Thank you, Anish. Moving on, like I said, we have quite a few donations coming in, and as the program goes along, we are going to hear more from other speakers who are also encouraged to match donations. So please keep that coming, and let's get this program to a new level of high this year, so more and more students can be helped. I would now like to invite Dr. Sindhu Pillai, who will introduce our featured artist for this evening. Dr. Sindhu, take it away.
Thank you, Priya. I am Sindhu Pillai, a pediatrician by profession, and I am a proud member of OHM board and also a member of the EAK team. I'm very happy and proud to be here attending, and very happy to see everyone in the 16th fundraiser of EducateAKid program. I believe education is the biggest achievement or investment or wealth in everyone's life. And educating a kid, supporting a family can go a long way. So thank you to all supporters, everyone supporting EAK today. And I can already see that we have exceeded 10,000 after Sergeant Pillai's talk, and very, very happy to see that. We want to reassure you that I'm part of the EAK team, and we go through a very diligent process, very extensive process of selecting these children. And EAK team is working always very hard, and under the expertise guidance of Dr. Sridevi Warrior and our EAK team. And currently we have already received over 100 applications for the 2022 year, and our deadline is November 30th. So again, let the money come in, let you take that checkbook, write your checks, you have our website, you can pay, and let keep going. Thank you so much. Now, I have a very amazing, wonderful program from one of the youngsters, and he's none other than Karthik Krishna Jairam. And there's a lot of qualifications, it's numerous, and I'm just going to list a few of those, and you will know in the next few minutes how he's going to be performing here, and you can hear him live here. And he's working currently as an electrical engineer in Boston. He's actually performing from Boston. And he's a passionate singer, and he's born into a family of musicians and learning Carnatic music from Kalaimamani Unnikrishnan and Hindustani music from Pandit Tappan Vaidya, who was a student of late Vayangara Madhusudanan and Pandit Ramesh Narayan. He sings Malayalam, Tamil and Hindi languages primarily, but comfortably can sing in 12 Indian languages, including Bengali, Gujarati, and Marathi. He was selected by Padma Bhushan K.S. Chitra Chechi to sing with her at AKMG Convention 2021, and I was very fortunate to listen to him live, and it was just out of the world. He's one of the featured artists on Small India blog and winner of the Small India Award 2021. Karthik came third in a worldwide Tamil film song competition called Sing in Shruti in 2020 January. He came in top 3 of worldwide Indian Idol, the only person to win prizes in all categories in a Carnatic music contest organized by Padma Bhushan Sangeeta Kalanidhi Srimati Sudha Raghunathan School of Music in July 2020. He sang a devotional song under the label of C Music. There's more to go. He's a winner of the Hindustani classical competition organized by Marathi Vishwa in New Jersey. He's a graded artist in All India Radio and is a member of various organizations such as Pen Sargam and Speak Make a Cornell chapter, to name a few. And here we have Karthik singing for us. Karthik, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, take it away, Karthik.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much, Sindhu Chechi, for that wonderful introduction. And first of all, before starting to sing, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to the entire team of EAK and OHM for inviting me over to the 16th fundraising event for EAK. And it's my absolute pleasure and honor to be performing here today. And Sindhu Chechi has gotten really good at introducing me. This is the second time that I've been introduced by her after the KMG at Atlanta this year. And without further ado, I'll start with my first song. It is a Malayalam song composed by my all-time favorite music director, Salil Chaudhary sir. And this is from the movie Tulavarsham, released in 1976 and written by Vailar sir, sung by Yeshudas sir. കേളി നളിനം വിടരുമോ ശിശിരം പുതിയും കുളിരിൽ നീ വ്രീളാവതിയായി ഉണരുമോ മയങ്ങും മനസ്സിൻ സരസിൽ നീ കേളി നളിനം വിടരുമോ നിശാനൃത്ത സോപാനത്തിൽ തുഷാരാർദ്ര ശില്പം പോലെ ഒരിക്കൽ ഞാൻ കണ്ടു നിന്നെ ഒരു വജ്രപുഷ്പം പോലെ നിശാനൃത്ത സോപാനത്തിൽ തുഷാരാർദ്ര ശില്പം പോലെ ഒരിക്കൽ ഞാൻ കണ്ടു നിന്നെ ഒരു വജ്രപുഷ്പം പോലെ തൊടുത്തുവോ തുടിച്ചുവോ തളിർത്ത നാണം വിടരുമോ ശിശിരം പുതിയും കുളിരിൽ നീ വ്രീളാവതിയായി ഉണരുമോ മയങ്ങും മനസ്സിൻ സരസിൽ നീ കേളി നളിനം വിടരുമോ ഇതാണെൻ്റെ പ്രേമ കുടീരം മദാലസ നൃത്തഗീതം മറന്നുവോ ഹംസഗീതം മദാലസ നൃത്തഗീതം മനസ്സുണർത്താൻ വന്ന മായാമേനകേ. ഇതാണെൻ്റെ പ്രേമ കുടീരം ശതാവരി ചിത്രകുടീരം ഇണചേരുമാശ്ലേഷത്തിൽ ഇളം മണ്ണു പൂത്ത കുടീരം. ഇതാണെൻ്റെ പ്രേമ കുടീരം ശതാവരി ചിത്രകുടീരം ഇണചേരുമാശ്ലേഷത്തിൽ ഇളം മണ്ണു പൂത്ത കുടീരം. ഇവിടെ നിൻ പദസ്വരം കിലുങ്ങുകില്ലേ വിടരുമോ ശിശിരം പുതിയും കുളിരിൽ നീ പ്രീളാവതിയായി മയങ്ങുമോ മയങ്ങും മനസ്സിൻ സരസിൽ നീ കേളി നളിനം വിടരുമോ. താങ്ക് യു സോ മച്ച്. സോറി, തുടക്കത്തിൽ I think there were people complaining that volume was a little low. I hope it's solved now. I hope you can hear me much better now.
Yes, it's better, man.
Okay, great. Yeah, so talking about Salilda, he's my all-time favorite composer, and this song is something which has his stamp all over it, and Dasetan has sung it in a way only he can. Moving on to the next song, it is a Hindi song. Thank you, Bhanu. So yeah, moving on to the next song. This is composed by none other than our Bharat Ratna Lataji's brother, Hridaynath Mangeshkar. This is from a 1991 movie that he produced along with Lataji called Lekin. It had amazing songs sung by Lataji, Ashaji, and this one song sung by Suresh Wadkarji. This is a beautiful ghazal from the movie Lekin, released in 1991, and here it goes. सुरमई शाम इस तरह आए, सुरमई शाम इस तरह आए, सांस लेते हैं जिस तरह साए, सुरमई शाम इस तरह आए, सांस लेते हैं जिस तरह साए, सुरमई शाम।
कोई आहट नहीं बदन की कहीं, फिर भी लगता है तू यही है कहीं। कोई आहट नहीं बदन की कहीं, फिर भी लगता है तू यही है कहीं। वक्त जाता सुनाई देता है, तेरा साया दिखाई देता है। जैसे खुशबू नजर से छू जाए, जैसे खुशबू नजर से छू जाए। सांस लेते हैं जिस तरह साए सुरमई शाम। दिन का जो भी पहर गुजरता है, कोई एहसान सा उतरता है। दिन का जो भी पहर गुजरता है, कोई एहसान सा उतरता है। वक्त के पाँव देखता हूँ मैं, रोज ये छाँव देखता हूँ मैं। आए जैसे कोई ख्याल आए, जैसे कोई ख्याल आए। सांस लेते हैं जिस तरह साए सुरमई शाम, इस तरह आए। सांस लेते हैं जिस तरह साए सुरमई शाम।
Thank you. That is a song which is very, very close to my heart. I hope I was able to do justice to this song. Thank you so much, everyone, for all the comments. I've been reading those as I was singing. Thank you so much. Your encouragement means a lot. And moving to my next song, this is the song, one of my Guru's debut songs. And it's from the movie Kadalan, released in 1994, and composed by A.R. Rahman, lyrics by Vairamuthu. I'll, without further ado, go to this song. Thank you, Shiv Warrior. Sorry, I'll be singing shortly. என்னவளே அடி என்னவளே இந்த இதயத்தை தொலைத்து விட்டே எந்த இடம் அது தொலைந்த இடம் அந்த இடத்தையும் மறந்து விட்டே உந்தன் கால் கொலுசில் அது தொலைந்ததென்று உந்தன் காலடி தேடி வந்தேன் காதல் என்றால் பெரும் அவஸ்தை என்று உன்னை கண்டதும் கண்டு கொண்டேன் எந்த கழுத்து வரை இந்த காதல் வந்து இரு கண் விழி பிதுங்கி நின்றேன் என்னவளே அடி என்னவளே இந்த இதயத்தை தொலைத்து விட்டேன் வாய்மொழியும் எந்தன் தாய்மொழியும் என்று வசப்படவில்லையடி வயிற்றுக்கும் தொண்டைக்கும் உருவமில்லா ஒரு உருண்டையும் உருளுதடி காத்திருந்தால் எதிர்பார்த்திருந்தால் ஒரு நிமிஷமும் வருஷமடி கண்கள் எல்லாம் என்னை பார்ப்பது போல் ஒரு கலக்கமும் தோன்றுதடி இது ஸ்வர்கமா நரகமா சொல்லடி உள்ளபடி நான் வாழ்வதும் விடைகண்டு போவதும் உன் வாழ்க்கையில் உள்ளதடி என்னவளே அடி என்னவளே இந்த இதயத்தை தொலைத்து விட்டே கோகிலமே நீ குரல் கொடுத்தால் உன்னை கும்பிட்டு கண்ணடிப்பே கோபுரமே உன்னை சாய்த்து கொண்டு உந்தன் கூந்தலில் மீன் பிடிப்பே வெண்ணிலவே உன்னை தூங்க வைக்க உந்தன் வீரலுக்கு சொடு கெடுப்பே வருட வரும் பூங்காற்றையெல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் வழி கட்டி அனுப்பி வைப்பேன் என் காதலின் தேவையை காதுக்குள் ஓதி வைப்பேன் உன் காலடி எழுதிய கோலங்கள் புது கவிதைகள் என்றுழைப்பேன் என்னவளே அடி என்னவளே எந்த இதயத்தை தொலைத்து விட்டேன் எந்த இடம் அது தொலைந்த இடம் அந்த இடத்தையும் மறந்து விட்டேன் உந்தன் கால் கொலுசில் அது தொலைந்ததென்று உந்தன் காலடி தேடி வந்தேன் காதல் என்றால் பெரும் அவஸ்தை என்று உன்னை கண்டதும் கண்டு கொண்டேன்
எந்த கழுத்து வரை இந்த காதல் வந்து இரு கண் விழி பிதுங்கி நின்றே என்னவளே அடி என்னவளே உந்தன் Thank you. Once again, this is sung by my current Carnatic Guru, Unnikrishnan sir, and I'm really, really lucky and privileged to be learning from him. He's such a wonderful person, and everyone knows he's such a great singer too. He has sung so many beautiful songs, out of which this is just one of them. And now going to one more Tamil song. This is sung by Yeshudas sir, and this is composed by Raja sir, written by Wali. So let's go to that. பூவே செம்பூவே உன் வாசம் வரும் வாசல் என் வாசல் உன் பூங்காவனம் வாய் பேசிடும் புல்லாங்குழல் நீதான் ஒரு பூவின் மடல் பூவே செம்பூவே உன் வாசம் வரும் பூவே செம்பூவே நிழல் போல நானும் ஆ ஆ நிழல் போல நானும் நடை போட நீயும் தொடர்கின்ற சொந்தம் நெடுங்கால பந்தம் கடல் வானம் கூட நிறம் மாறக்கூடும் மனம் கொண்ட பாசம் தடுமாறிடாது நான் வாழும் வாழ்வே உனக்காகத்தானே நாள்தோறும் நெஞ்சில் நான் ஏந்தும் தேனே என்னாலும் சங்கீதம் சந்தோஷமே வாய் பேசிடும் புல்லாங்குழல் நீதான் ஒரு பூவின் மடல் பூவே செம்பூவே உன் வாசம் வரும் பூவே செம்பூவே உன்னை போல நானும் ஒரு பிள்ளைதானே பலர் வந்து கொஞ்சம் கிளி பிள்ளை நானே உன்னை போல நாளும் மலர் சூடும் பெண்மை விதி என்னும் நூலில் விளையாடும் பொம்மை நான் செய்த பாவம் என்னோடு போகும் நான் வாழ்ந்து நான் தான் பார்த்தாலே போதும் இந்நாளும் எந்நாளும் உல்லாசமே வாய் பேசிடும் புல்லாங்குழல் நீதான் ஒரு பூவின் மடல் பூவே செம்பூவே உன் வாசம் வரும் வாசல் என் வாசல் உன் பூங்காவனம் வாய் பேசிடும் புல்லாங்குழல் நீதான் ஒரு பூவின் மடல் பூவே செம்பூவே உன் வாசம் வரும் பூவே செம்பூவே
Thank you so much everyone. I hope everyone liked it. There are so many good comments coming down my way. Thank you so much everyone again. And I have one more last song planned before I think I have time left for that, right? Okay, great. And yeah, if there is more time left, I can also take some requests. So this is from the movie Agni Devan, sung by M.G. Srikumaritan and composed by his brother M.G. Radhakrishnan sir.
നിലാവിൻ്റെ നീലഭസ്മ കുറിയണിഞ്ഞവളേ കാതിലോല കമ്മലിട്ട് കുണുങ്ങി നിൽപ്പവളേ ഏതപൂർവ തപസ്സിനാൽ ഞാൻ സ്വന്തമാക്കി നിൻ രാഗലോല പരാഗ സുന്ദര ചന്ദ്രമുഖ ബിംബം നിലാവിൻ്റെ നീലഭസ്മ കുറിയണിഞ്ഞവളേ കാതിലോല കമ്മലിട്ട് കുണുങ്ങി നിൽപ്പവളേ തങ്കമുരുകും നിന്റെ മെയ്തകിടിൽ ഞാനിൻ നെഞ്ചിലെ അനുരാഗത്തിൻ മന്ത്രമെഴുതുമ്പോൾ കണ്ണിലെരിയും കുഞ്ഞുമൺ വിളക്കിൽ വീണ്ടും വിങ്ങുമിൻ അഭിലാഷത്താലെണ്ണ പകരുമ്പോൾ തെച്ചിപ്പുന്തൊപ്പിൽ തത്തും ചുണ്ടിന്മേൽ ചുംബിക്കുമ്പോൾ ചെല്ലക്കാറ്റേ കൊഞ്ചുമ്പോൾ എന്തിനീ നാണം തേനിളം നാണം നിലാവിൻ്റെ നീലഭസ്മ കുറിയണിഞ്ഞവളേ കാതിലോല കമ്മലിട്ട് കുണുങ്ങി നിൽപ്പവളേ മേടമാസ ചൂടിലേ നിലാവും തേടി നാട്ടുമാവിൻ ചോട്ടിൽ നാം വന്നിരിക്കുമ്പോൾ കുഞ്ഞു കാറ്റിൻ ലോലമാം കുസൃതി കൈകൾ നിന്റെ ഓമൽ പാവാട തുമ്പുലയ്ക്കുമ്പോൾ ചഞ്ചക്കം ചെല്ലക്കം ചിങ്കാരച്ചേലിൽ മെല്ലിത്താഴമ്പുവായി തുള്ളുമ്പോൾ നീ എനിക്കല്ലേ നിൻ പാട്ടിനിക്കല്ലേ നിലാവിൻ്റെ നീലഭസ്മ കുറിയണിഞ്ഞവളേ കാതിലോല കമ്മലിട്ടു കുണുങ്ങി നിൽപ്പവളേ ഏതപൂർവ തപസ്സിനാൽ ഞാൻ സ്വന്തമാക്കി നിൻ രാഗലോല പരാഗ സുന്ദര ചന്ദ്രമുഖ ബിംബം
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, everyone. എത്ര നന്ദി പറഞ്ഞാലും മതിയാവില്ല. There are so many people who have supported me throughout. And as I said before, it's my absolute pleasure to be singing for such a noble cause, for a fundraising cause, to educate some very talented, some very academically talented kids. And I'm so happy to be part of a fundraiser that does exactly that. And thank you so much to the entire EAK board and OHM board for having me here. And I have been loving all the performances and all the speeches given by respected personalities. And I'll try to be here and encourage more performers and listen to more about EAK. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity, and good night, everyone.
Thank you, Karthik. Thank you for accepting our invitation, and you did so amazing as always. Just speechless. Thank you, and good night.
Good night.
Thank you again, Karthik. That was a melodious treat from you. And thanks for singing Malayalam, Hindi, Tamil, and every language, all kind of songs for us. And also to mention, you stand out as an individual performer. Thank you. Before we move on, I want to mention that an exciting news that we hit the number that Sergeant Pillai said he would match. We hit over $10,000 in the past 30 minutes or so. So keep them going. Thank you so much for all your generous contributions. Next, I would like to welcome Ravi Vallatheri. He's no stranger to anybody in the OHM community or EducateAKid community. He's known for everything. He's the backbone of all the fundraising events. Ravi Uncle, I'm welcoming you to carry on. Thank you.
I welcome Paul Carla, our certified financial planner, estate planner, and tax advisor, who is very professional and helped even me personally when I sold my house in Temecula. He made the all proceeds without any tax. He's such a great professional businessman. So he has been supporting EAK for the last 7 years. I would like to invite him. He is also pledged that today every $250 and above dollars donated by any family, he will match up to $250 for each donation, no limit. So please donate generously. Here is Paul Carla.
Thank you very much, Ravi. I appreciate it. As you know, mine is Paul Carla. You can call me actually Dharam Paul. Love that name better. Paul is for the Americans. In any case, my thanks to all the directors of EAK for the dedication and the hard work that you put in. And also my congratulations for the success EAK has enjoyed over the few short years of his life. And I personally am a very strong believer in education for the kids, especially for the kids from the poor families. And I have felt this way from my childhood. I recall when I was in 8th grade, 9th grade, as I walked through the streets, I used to see some places where homes were being built by laborers or some other work was going on and they were laborers. I used to see the laborers are working away, carrying a lot of bricks. The children also would be helping them carry bricks, 1 or 2 bricks on their heads, while parents would be carrying 8 or 10 bricks. And sometimes children would be just sitting around or helping. Either way, I used to say, one day, when I become Prime Minister of India, I'm going to come back and I am going to make sure that all these kids get an opportunity to go to school. I'll send them all to school, make sure they get the education. Remember, I used the word when I become Prime Minister. Actually, I was so confident. I didn't say if I become Prime Minister, but here I am, nowhere near being Prime Ministership, but at least in my little ways, I want to help. Now, to give you an example how I have felt about really educating the poor is when I was going to University of Delhi, there was a laborer who is a gentleman who used to work for the hostel or residence hall where I lived. This poor gentleman, but hardworking. We used to call him, as you know, that poor people who work a lot of people who help at the office level, they're called peons or chaprasis. And I got to get to know him better and we befriended each other. And I used to try to understand his family situation, as I did with a few other chaprasis too. And I learned that in his case, for all the work he puts in, the amount of salary he was getting was just not enough to even buy milk for his 2 kids. He says, forget, sir, I cannot even buy milk or fruit for my children. And one of his older kids, one was fairly young, the other one was older, he was about to quit school so that he could help parents earn a few rupees and at least have some comforts in the family, be able to buy some food for everybody along with the father's salary. I thought to myself, no, I'm not going to let that happen. So I promised this gentleman that when I go to Canada, I arrived in Canada. By that time, I had also got a scholarship. And I said, when I go to Canada, I'll make sure I'll send you some money. As I arrived in Canada, the money that appeared like the $175 scholarship that I was going to get, this is many, many years ago, about 40 years ago, I thought $175 is going to be a lot of money. I can easily spare the $25. But turns out, no, it was not that easy. When you're in America, Canada, things are at Canadian level price level, not Indian price level. In any case, somehow I managed to send $25 a month. It was very difficult. I did not have money even sometimes to buy my own food, but I managed to send him $25 a month so that his son can continue and also perhaps have enough money in the family so that they can buy some fruit and milk. In any case, why am I telling you this? Well, because I'm going to make an offer to you that if anyone, I hope everyone, will contribute $250 or more. For everyone who contributes $250 or more, I'll match another $250. So if 30 people contribute or 50 people contribute $250 or more, I will match $250. Now, Mr. Sergeant Pillai, I hope I'm not putting you on the spot. I've heard only good things about you, that you're a very kind and generous person. And who knows, for all we know, when I match 250 and Mr. Pillai actually may raise his limit from 10,000 to some higher level. So at least you know that I'll be matching 250. And if Mr. Pillai does it too, then guess what? 250 plus 250, now we have 500, and he matched another 500. Now you have $1,000 for the $250 that you were going to contribute, that you contribute. Now, if you contribute 150 or $100, let's say, I'd like you to raise it to $250, because for extra $150, now you're getting another bump on the contribution. Now, one of the things that I've found that many times when we want to donate money, we back off. because we are doubtful whether all the money we actually donate will that actually reach the cause. Because we're afraid that a lot of this money will get siphoned off and not much will get to the cause. But with EAK, every dollar of yours, every dollar will go to the cause. Everybody in the stream of the whole cycle of EAK, from raising funds to distribution funds, everyone is a volunteer, which means 100% of your money. And now with matching, it's more than 100% of your money. So I encourage all of you to please contribute at least $250. And we have people who have been very generous to contribute way more. And I have a feeling by the time we are done, or even some people actually do not want to get their name out in front. They do it very quietly. And I wouldn't be surprised. Some people may actually contribute way more than $5,000 or $10,000 quietly because they just don't want their name out. In any case, please donate and help the poor people in India. And actually, you know, the reason I'm saying help in India is because in India, the dollar for education goes way farther than anywhere else. So please, and thank you very much for the opportunity. My name is Paul.
Thank you, Paul Carla. Thank you for your influential speech. We would like to move on. We would like to thank our silver sponsors for the 2020. Again, just a reminder, silver sponsors are anyone who donates between $1,000 to $2,500. So our silver sponsors for the 2020 fundraising were Ramdas Pillai and Sunita Reddy, Dr. William Stringer and family, Sindhu and Suresh Karyadan and family, Sriraj Jayakrishnan, Matthew Thomas, Jaydeep Menon and family. Last but not the least, for Carla. Thank you. Moving on, we have another exciting game coming. It's a quiz competition. Pradeep Nair is going to be our quiz master this evening. Pradeep, please take on. Thank you.
Thank you, Divya. Good evening, everyone. My name is Pradeep. And before we get started on the quiz, some basic information and rules. So we are planning to have up to 4 quizzes, and each quiz lasts for a minute or less, and it will be conducted by the Zoom poll feature. And I want to put it out there that OHM board members and their family and EAK committee members and their family are not eligible to compete in these quizzes. So are you ready? All right. So here it goes. Give it a few seconds. So I'm also putting the chat rules and the quiz rules in the chat box. Thank you.
Thanks, Pradeep.
Yes, hold on. So the quiz has been launched.
Pradeep, do you see it?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Thank you. So we have about 20 seconds, 15 seconds. Okay, so time to close the quiz. Going once, twice, 3 times. Okay, ending the poll. Thank you. Thank you for participating. Divya?
Thank you, Pradeep. I think we need to close the. Yes, thank you. Thanks, Pradeep, for that. And I'm sure that everybody got that one right, but thank you for playing. Next, we have another great speaker who's a great friend of EAK, if I can call him that. I would like to introduce KP Hari. Hari is also a well-known face and brings his passion for EAK for every fundraiser. Hari is the co-founder and managing partner of Speridian, whose company is also a sponsor every year. Hari, Speridian specializes in IT consulting, and Hari also, with founding Speridian, worked as the vice president in H&R Block. He is he and his wife Brinda are both ardent supporters and always has the best fundraising ideas. Love to hear from you, Hari. So take it away.
Thank you. Thank you, Priya. Good evening, everyone. I hope you guys are all having a very good evening. I know that, the performance tonight has been tremendously beautiful. All the singers, dancers, speakers, everyone has impressed the heck out of the crowd, I believe. I sincerely miss, meeting everybody together. I hope that, next year we will be able to meet in person and do this fundraising. First of all, I want to thank many people that, all the donors. That is number one, because without them, EducateAKid does not exist. But, the organizers who is behind this one, calling everybody, especially Ravi, Sridevi, Jay, everybody. That's number two, and the performers, all of them, whoever was doing it tonight for this wonderful cause. I always mention this with a lot of pride that EducateAKid is one of the very, very few non-profit organization in which every penny goes to the cause, not zero overhead. There are not many. And so we should all be proud of participating in this cause. All of us heard several stories. I'm really glad that I went after Paul, not before Paul, so that he did not drag me into the race for fundraising with Sajan. And congratulations, Sajan, and see all the other guys, who is doing very, very well. In one of the EAK fundraising events, I told that I follow Sajan wherever he goes, whatever he does, try to do that. So he took his company public. I would love to follow that path too someday. Congratulations, Sajan, for that. And see, for all these years, support for EAK, tremendous support from Sajan and Lata. Today, I always tell some stories in my speech. So a few years back, I think in Orange or somewhere, in one of the EAK fundraisers, I told the story of one of my classmates in the elementary school, Raju. I hope many people remember him. He'll become soon famous, I think. So Raju, I'll just summarize that one. So Raju was my classmate. He was in class first, and I was number two, class second in all the education one. But unfortunately, he could not continue his education because of financial reasons. So I always compare, and I always put myself in his shoes and start thinking that how fortunate I am to be here enjoying all the fruits of this life, correct? So bottom line is that what is the difference? One of my friends, Sujit, he asked me to read the book Outliers. I finished that book last week. So that it all talks about the opportunity we get. I got the opportunity to go finish my school, get an opportunity to start my career in IT, got an opportunity to be a co-founder in Spiridian, and build this and employ some people and make some money, and also able to donate to Educate a Kid. So if we all look around, we all will have a similar story to tell. Most of us are really fortunate. Most of us really fortunate. So some of us, some of you maybe have born with a silver spoon, but not many people are. But with whoever believes in God, with God's grace, and with all our hard work, and with a lot of people's help, we are all in a decent shape in life today. So my request to all of you is that the opportunity we got, let us make sure that we give that opportunity to some so-called less fortunate people. If we give them an opportunity, there is no guarantee for anything in life. There is no guarantee that they will finish the school. There is no guarantee that they will go to Germany and become a software engineer, like one of the participants today told. It's no guarantee. But at least we are giving them an opportunity to succeed in life. As sincerely we say with Educate a Kid, educate one child and support a family. That's what our motto is, correct? If we can educate one kid in a family, there is a very good possibility that that the entire family will get lifted up. So let us please reach out deep into our pocket and see whatever you can donate. $5, $10, $50, $5,000, whatever you can. Please donate to Educate a Kid. As I said earlier, every penny goes to the real cause. There are volunteers working, and the money will go in there. That is one. And second is that I lost my thought. Sorry. So the second thing is that the money which we are putting in will be really used for the people, correct? So, and also I request every time the people, all of us, that bring in a friend next year to the EducateAKid Fundraiser. I told this also story in the past that I was brought in by Hari Nair and Lakshmi. I started giving $50. Me and Brinda, we started giving $50 a year. Then slowly our capacity to give more increased, and we started giving more. So that way, see, we are really lucky that we have introduced Sujit and Parul to this, and they started doing it. And that way, see, this chain will keep continuing. So if you bring in people, they will start giving whatever we can. That is number one. And number two is that do some social advertisement. But we all follow Mohanlal, Mammootty, all kind of people, and just say that they have acted very well, etc. In addition to that one, post the EAK fundraising also. Write one line that what you like about EducateAKid in social media. That helps getting the word out. And bring in your colleagues next time. Spread the word. Bring in 5 people from your company to the next year EducateAKid fundraising event. They will bring, see 5 other people the following year. That is how this will grow. And the last one is that, the people who are grown up, their kids, if they have started earning, ask them to donate few dollars. Most of our community, we are all well-to-do here in this country. So our kids can donate just few bottles of beer money. That is all we should ask them to donate to EducateAKid. If they do that one, that is very good. It's a very good cause. So I saw see a lot of young kids on this today's call. That is that's big. And last not but least, but I want to thank one gentleman Dr. Sanjay Banerjee from Corona, who has donated $5,000 this year. He has donated in the last years also. And thank you, Sanjay. Thank you very much for all your donations. We can assure you that, every month, every penny goes for a real cause. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Wonderful speech as always, Hari. And as Hari mentioned, his theme every year for the EducateAKid Fundraiser has always been bring at least one new member to the event, and that way you introduce them to the program and they will bring in another person. That's an awesome way to increase this chain. And thank you to Brinda. Thanks to Brinda too for always supporting the program. Again, can we have that payment slide up, please? So everybody knows where to donate, how to donate, and keep that coming. So right there, you can go, you can donate online, PayPal, credit card, or you can send an email. You can do it now while the event is going on. So educateakid.org. Please donate generously. Thank you.
Next, we have our second featured program for tonight. I invite Dr. Sindhu Pillai to talk more about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Divya. Like Priya said, please keep writing those checks, keep donating. Every dollar counts, and especially you know that this year, the last 2 years have been the COVID pandemic season, and everywhere education is affected. We are also going to start donating. Helping for the Kshetra Gala kids. So please do your best and keep supporting EAK. I'm going to have the second featured artist from Kerala, and Veda Mitra is not new to EAK. She performed our last fundraiser event. She participated, and we know how much we loved it, how amazing she was. Just a brief introduction about Veda Mitra. She's one of the most compelling and distinctive younger generation violinists of today. Her musical fluency, adaptability to all genres, and enchanting live playing skills have put her as a front runner amongst all stage performers. Her skills both in the Western and Indian styles of violin playing has attracted immense attention and is keeping her busy in the live music circuit and on the stage. Some of her achievements: she was first in all Kerala University violin competitions 2020. She's a recipient of Balabhaskar Award 2019. She's a top position Western violin 2015-2019 youth festivals. She's performed for Amrita TV, Jai Hind TV, Kerala Vision TV. She has done numerous live concerts all over India from her age of 10, and I believe she's 19 now. Here we have Veda Mitra with her amazing performance on Zoom right now. Veda, are you ready?
Am I audible? Yes, I am.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sindhu Aunty, and everyone. And so I'm so proud to be here, to be able to participate in this for this noble cause. And every child deserves education, and in India it is a fundamental right also. And for each and every child, the social and financial background may be different, and so some may be not not be able getting ample opportunity for higher education. So your organization is doing a remarkable and invaluable assistance to those deserving students. So I was very happy to be able to participate to be able to participate last time, and I'm more than happy to able to participate this time also. And I'm very proud to be a participant of EducateAKid's 16th annual fundraiser program. And I sincerely thank all the coordinators, especially Sindhu Aunty, for inviting me to this function and for showing lots of love and support. Thank you all so much. So now I'm going to start with a timeless Tamil song, one of my favorites. It is composed by K.V. Mahadevan sir, lyrics by Kanandasan sir, sung by T.M. Soundararajan sir, and the song is Patum Nane. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm seeing a lot of comments, supporting comments. Thank you so much. So the next song is a Malayalam song. It's sung by K.S. Harishankar and the music by P.S. Jai Hari sir. And it is written by Vinayak Sasikumar. And the song is from the movie Adirin, and it is called Pabidamaraye. Sorry, I'll take some time because I have to tune my violin. So yeah, please. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your comments. Yeah, the next song, it's a Hindi song, and it's very, it is trending nowadays, and it's from the latest movie called Mimi, and the song is Paramasundari, sung by Shreya Ghoshal, composed by A.R. Rahman sir, and the lyrics by Amitabh Bhattacharya. And I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much. Uh, Thank you so much for your comments. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Okay. Now, the next song is an English song. So it's by Lady Gaga, and the song is a part of her 5th studio album, Joanne. And the song is called Million Reasons. And instead of violin, I'm going to sing now. So thank you so much. And I hope you like my singing. This is the first time I'm singing like live, like online. So I hope you all enjoy my performance. So thank you.
Giving me a million reasons to let you go. You're giving me a million reasons to quit the show. You're giving me a million reasons. Give me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. About a million reasons. If I had a highway, I would run for the hills. If you could find a dry way, I'd forever be still. But you're giving me a million reasons. Give me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. About a million reasons. I bow down to pray. I try to make the words seem better. Lord, show me the way to get through all this worn out leather. I got 100 million reasons to walk away. Baby, I just need one good one to stay. In a psychedelic off and I stare. It's like that I start breathing complete with you here. But you're giving me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. About a million reasons. And if you say something that you might even mean, it's hard to even fathom which parts I should believe. But you're giving me a million reasons. Give me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. Down to pray. I try to make the words seem better. Lord, show me the way to cut through all this worn out leather. I got 100 million reasons to walk away. Baby, I just need one good one to stay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your supporting comments. Okay, this is last song I'm going to perform. It's a Tamil song. It's one of my favorites by A.R. Rahman sir. It's sung by S. Janagi. And yeah, it's called Margari Tingalalava. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all your support. And one thing I didn't mention about this song, I left out a very famous singer, P. Krishna sir. He also sung the male part of the song. Sorry, I left out that information. And so thank you, everyone. I really appreciate your love and support. It really means a lot to me. And I feel very grateful, very proud to be able to participate in this event for this noble cause. And every child deserves education, and it will definitely make the world a better place. So thank you, EAK team, and also Sindhu Andy for inviting me to this event. Thank you very much, everyone. So, yeah, thank you. And good night.
Thank you, Veda. There are no words to express how melodious that was, and we enjoyed every second of it. A wonderful performance, wonderful singing. So multi-talented, keep it up. It was awesome, a feast to the ears. And thank you for your support for this organization, and thank you, Dr. Sindhu Pillai, for bringing her into this and for showing her as well the wonderful program that EAK is. So thank you both, and thank you, Veda. Thank you very much. Before I go on to the next one, I have a couple of announcements. The first is I would like to reiterate what Mr. Paul Kalra mentioned. He is going to match $250 for every 250 and above that anyone donates today. So that with no upper limit. So if 10 of you donate 250, he's still going to do 250 times 10 that way. So please feel free to add on. Like Hari said, if you were thinking of doing 100, go up another 150. You're just going to increase that many kids who receive this help. So please, thank you, Mr. Paul Kara, again. And I'm taking this opportunity to again ask generosity from everyone. The other announcement that I would also like to make at this point is Matthew Thomas of Keller Williams Realty has also very generously offered to donate $1,000 to EAK for anybody who will use his professional services or refer someone to use his professional services and buys a house or a property, so to say, starting from now until the end of 2022. So thank you, Mr. Matthew Thomas. That is a very generous offer, and I hope that everybody will take note of it. If you are in the realm of looking for a place or know someone who's looking for a place, it'll be like a double-edged win for us, EAK, and for him, it's like, you'll be enriching the life of at least 3 or 4 students just by referring him. So thank you, Mr. Matthew Thomas, for that. These are all people who are stepping up and giving us more than what is above and more than what they usually donate. So thanks for that. We have mentioned this before, but this program relies so heavily on our advisors, many of whom I think are on the call today. At least a few of them are, and we have quite a few of them all over Kerala. So the program will not go on without them. And I talk from personal experience because my dad was one of the first advisors for EAK. He was so passionate even before I got involved in this. He was even more passionate than just when he heard the program. I think Hari Nair introduced him and he got involved. It's in his memory, for those of you who know me, he passed away 4 months back, but he has always supported EAK, and I know how much work goes on the part of the advisors. So I would just like to mention a few names right now. As we go along, myself and Divya will be talking more about the advisors, but right now we have a few of the advisors' names here. Dr. Jagadish from Pathanamthitta, Major Jayakumar from Pathanamthitta, Shashidharan Nair from Thiruvananthapuram, Shashi Menon from Thrissur, SP Unnikrishnan Nair from Kottayam, CM Govindan from Kozhikode, Lekha Balachandran from Kochi. These are just a few of the names. We will be mentioning the others, and we will hear from some of the advisors. So just so you know how the background check happens and kids, who we give the money to. So you can be rest assured that your money is going to the right deserving kids. So thank you again from my heart to all the advisors who are doing an awesome job. Well, I got a question about the quiz that it was too easy the first time. The question was too easy. So don't just think that everything that Pradeep has planned is going to be so easy. I call upon Pradeep to come up with a second question for the quiz.
Thank you, Priya. We wanted to start on an encouraging note. So that's why we had the easy question. So I'm ready to move on to the second question. So that this will be quiz number 2. And hope you're ready. And as a friendly reminder again, EAK board members, so EAK committee members and OHM board members and their family are not eligible to participate in this. All right, so moving forward, the question should be on your screen in a few moments. So here it goes. Good luck. So there are several options and you need to choose one option.
Let's see how many actually watched that slideshow. I think it was on one of the slides for last year's number of students.
Right, so it has been about a minute since we started. So 5 more seconds. All right, ready to close the poll in 3, 2, and 1. Thank you. So Priya, back to you. Priya or Divya?
Thank you, Pradeep. I hope everybody did well on their quiz. Moving on, now we have one of the most important person from our EducateAKid committee going to talk about the EducateAKid status and updates. It's none other than Sridevi Warrior. She's no stranger to us. She's very actively and professionally, socially involved in our community. Apart from being a nurse specialist at Harbor UCLA, she's also functions as a mentor and consultant for Aster MedCity and RCC Trivandrum. Currently, she's also in the process of developing a clinic nurse specialist program with University of Kerala, along with her professor, Dr. Savitri Singh. She currently lives in Lake Forest, California, along with her husband Sunil and 2 children, Shiv and Susmita, who also play an important role in the OHM community and EducateAKid community. This is the 4th year she's running as an EducateAKid chair, and most of us know that she's very passionate about what she does. She always makes sure to go above and beyond to make everything success, all the programs success. I invite Sridevi Warrior. Thank you.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. And probably my screen says Shiv Warrior. I don't know. Anyhow, that's my son's computer and I have to write a contract that I will not touch anything except Zoom. So anyway, my name is Sridevi Warrior, those who doesn't know me. And I also known as Shri for majority of the people. And it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all in this evening for the special gathering and opportunity to thank our donors and our well-wishers and distinguished guests. I give all the donors my heartfelt thanks and our heartfelt thanks. Your donation help us to support EducateAKid's mission and vision. You all provide opportunities to our EducateAKid scholarship recipients to accomplish their goal of education. And probably you guys all listened Anish Lakshman's speech, and you know that we are totally successful developing these young kids. This is our 16th anniversary of EAK, and over the years, we were helped at approximately 700 students, and these students are exceptionally qualified academically, but their financial background is not able to meet their educational needs. That's why we are here. And everyone who donated and going to donate in this program or future is a part of this children's dream, and also in their families, so they can live little bit better than before. Okay, we are all lucky to be here and have a safe financial background to support ourselves and our children. In addition, in United States also, education is extremely costly, but we do have certain things in place, such as educational loans, and there is a system that we can repay our loans, even though it will take few years. I am a recipient of this loan, and I really worked so hard to be here wherever I am today. I took the loan, I took whatever I needed to be done to be successful. But our students back home may not have that opportunity. And now we are their students, or we are not the students, sorry, we are their donors, and we are the ones supporting those who doesn't have any. And November is so special to all of us. In addition to our family gathering and our the feast and everything, we also celebrate Deepavali and Thanksgiving. Okay, Deepavali and Thanksgiving is actually the time of giving and lighting someone's life. By participating and donating EAK, you are lighting the lamp of hope in these children, and thus creating a future generation, not only to our community, but also our nation where we came from. Thanksgiving is a giving season, so your donation automatically creates this moment of gratitude in these children and their parents' mind. Our advisors always really make sure that all this scholarship money doesn't get into any unqualified students, so they know it is their selection process is very tedious, and they will make sure that this money only gets to the most deserving students. I like to take this moment to thank all our donors, our advisors, our sponsors, all the named scholarship donors and sponsors, and all previous EAK chairs to be where we are today. Without their contribution, we will not be able to celebrate our 16th year. I am honored to be the chair of EAK for last 4 years, and wanted to thank Om Board for giving me an opportunity and believing in me. And just few minutes ago, my husband was asking me like, why are you working so hard? Then I said, I am the chair of EAK. Then he said, really, since when? That is what my husband's question was. So I didn't know, he didn't know that I am the chair. So thank you everyone and attending this one. And I really looking forward to get all these contributions and helping more and more students. Thank you.
Thanks, Sri. As always, your passion comes through, and just hearing your speech, I'm sure that a lot of people know the hard work that you're putting behind it. Without further ado, I also want to mention that we are meeting Paul Kalras, trying to meet a set goal, not a set goal, but we already have quite a few people who have donated $250 and above. So right now we are close to about $5,000. So that's good. That's good. Keep it coming. And next, again, if you need details about where to donate, you can contact any of us here. Send us a quick note and we will let you know. We are next going to have a very unique program. This is from a couple of our recipients. So this program was recorded by them in India and sent to us. So we have 2 of the past recipients who are displaying their talents. So this is a video that they sent us. The first one is Shobika V. She is a fourth-year MBBS student, and she has received 3 years of scholarship from us. She studies at Sri Uttradam Tirunal Academy of Medical Science in Trivandrum and is from Malappuram. So Shobika is going to present a poem, Malayalam Kavita. Vinod.
സൂര്യൻ്റെ നഷ്ടപ്രണയമല്ലേ ഇരുട്ട്. ഓരോ പാതി കഴിയുമ്പോഴും അതിനെ പുനർജനിപ്പിക്കുന്നു, പരസ്പരം ഒന്ന് കാണാതെ പോലും. തിരിച്ചു വരാൻ കഴിയാത്ത ഇന്നലകളുടെ പുനർജനിയല്ലേ ഓർമ്മകൾ. പന്തലിടണം, വാഴയിലയിൽ അരിയും വെള്ളമുണ്ടും വേണം. ചുറ്റും നിന്ന് കരയാനും കാത്തിരിക്കാനും ആള് വേണം. മരണത്തെ പ്രണയിച്ച ജീവൻ്റെ ഒരുമിക്കൽ കാണാൻ കൊറോണ വില്ലനായിപ്പോ. ഈ സംഗമത്തിന് സാക്ഷ്യം വഹിക്കാൻ ആളില്ലാതെയായല്ലോ. മനുഷ്യരിൽ നിന്ന് മനുഷ്യരെ രക്ഷിക്കാൻ കോടികൾ മുടക്കി കഠിന പരിശീലനം നൽകി വളർത്തുന്ന പ്രതിരോധം. ഏതൊരപേക്ഷയിലും ജാതിയും മതവും പൂരിപ്പിക്കാൻ ഒഴിച്ചുവിടുന്ന കോളം. മാറിത്തുടങ്ങേണ്ടത് ഇവിടെ മുതലാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു നാഗസാഖിയും വീരമൃത്യുവും ബാബറി മസ്ജിദ് കേസും ഉടലെടുക്കില്ല. കൈമാറി വായ് മാറി വരുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങളെല്ലാം സത്യത്തിൽ നിന്ന് ഒരുപാട് അകലെയാവും. ആയുഷ്കാലം മൊത്തം പ്രണയിച്ചിട്ടും അവസാനം വേർപിരിയേണ്ടി വന്നതുകൊണ്ടാവാം കാറ്റ് മെല്ലെ കരിയിലെയെ മണ്ണിലേക്ക് എത്തിച്ചത്. അവസാനമായൊന്ന് പ്രണയിക്കാൻ. പിറന്ന നാൾ മുതൽ അവർ ഒന്നല്ലേ, തൊട്ടും തലോടിയുമൊക്കെ. അവസാനം വിധി കരിയിലെയെ മണ്ണിൻ്റെ ആവാൻ പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ എന്തിനാ കാറ്റ് വന്നത്? അങ്ങോട്ടതിനെ വേദനയില്ലാതെ എത്തിക്കാനോ, അതോ എത്തും വരെ പഴയതൊക്കെ ഓർമ്മിപ്പിക്കാനോ? എൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിലെ കുഞ്ഞിനു വേണ്ടി ഉടുപ്പ് തുന്നുന്നതും പേര് കണ്ടെത്തുന്നതും എന്നെ ഇന്ന് കാമുകിയാക്കുകയാണ്. ദേഷ്യക്കാരനായ അച്ഛനും ഇന്ന് കാമുകനായി. പ്രണയം കുങ്കുമമായും ചുംബനമായും അവൻ കുഞ്ഞിന് കൊടുക്കുകയാണ്. പ്രപഞ്ചം മുഴുവൻ വെളിച്ചം തരുന്ന തേജസ്സടക്കം ഇന്ന് അസ്തമിക്കുന്നത് നാളെ ഉദിക്കുമെന്ന വിശ്വാസത്തിലല്ലേ? അപ്പോൾ എല്ലാവരും പ്രണയത്തിലല്ലേ? എല്ലാവരും വിശ്വാസത്തിൻ്റെ കാമുകനും കാമുകിയുമല്ലേ? ഒരു വാക്കിന് പോലും 1000 അർത്ഥങ്ങൾ തരുന്ന മനസ്സേ, നിന്നോളം വരില്ല ഒരു സാഹിത്യവും.
And next we have Adra PM. She is a third-year MBBS student at Government Medical College, Thrissur, and she has received the scholarship for the past 3 years. She specifically wanted to mention that she's extremely thankful to the team at EAK for supporting her, and she is going to display her multi-talents on the screen.
Thank you, Shobika. You have penned a great poem and you chose a great subject. And thank you, Adra. Your performance and singing was wonderful. Now, you might have already heard Priya mentioning few of the advisors' name. I'm going to mention the rest of the advisors. who is helping us. So just give me 1 minute. So that would be Prasanna Rajan from Palakkad, Geeta Kumari from Alappuzha, TP Ramdas Palakkad, V Krishnakumar Warrior Alappuzha, Jagadisha Master Kasargod, MV Balakrishnan Payyanur, Usha MP Kozhikode. Thank you once again to all our advisors for all your help and hard work. Without you, this wouldn't happen. Thank you. Now we have our part 3 of the quiz. Pradeep is going to conduct the next section of the quiz, part 3. Handing over to Pradeep.
Thank you, Divya. Here goes the third quiz. So like before, we have about a minute. So I'm launching the quiz right now. Again, it's a single choice question. Okay, 5 more seconds. All right, thank you. I'm closing the poll. Thank you. Priya?
Thanks, Pradeep. Thank you, Pradeep. So I guess everyone got it a little bit hard this time. So good. Thanks so much for doing that, Pradeep. And moving on, I'm going to invite the first of our advisors to say a few words. Mr. T.P. Ramdas from settled in Sri Krishnapuram, Palakkad, is a retired chemistry. He's a retired assistant educational officer from Palakkad. He started his career as a high school chemistry teacher for 30 years. And he became a part of the EAK organization from 2017. His wife is also working as a teacher, and he has 2 kids who are all working now. So without much ado, I invite Mr. T.P. Ramdas to say a few words.
Hope you can hear me. Right?
Yes, we can.
But now you muted.
Mr. Ramdas, you're muted.
Hope you can hear me now. Right?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, welcome all. Team EAK, my dear friends, co-advisors, and the family members of the EAK family. And thanks a lot for the generous donors who supported the underprivileged students of Kerala. I became a part of EAK family in 2017, and thanks a lot for the organization for giving me an opportunity to work with you. I understand that the whole team is struggling very much to collect the amount, and thus we advisors take utmost care in recommending the students. Each year, I'm getting nearly 40 applications, and I used to visit their home personally to verify the genuinity of the applicants. That's why I think most of the needy students get the scholarship. Really, this is a dedicated service by the entire team. Before COVID-19, both I and Prasanna Madam organized the get-together of the scholarship recipients. the chairperson of EAK, Sridevi Warrior, and Shashi Menon, an advisor from Trichur, participated in the meet. We gave an opportunity to the chair to speak to the students, and she got impressed a lot. Thanks a lot once again to the entire EAK team for giving me an energy to work with you and offering my service all time. Thank you all.
Priya.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Mr. Ramdas. Your services are really appreciated. Without you and advisors like you there, we can't keep this program going. Thank you for all that you do. And I think it's time for the next quiz. Pradeep, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Priya. Right. The quiz will be up in a moment. Here it goes. Again, it's a single choice question. Thank you.
So this will be the last question in the quiz. So give it all you have.
So it's been about a minute since we started. So closing the poll in about 5 seconds. Right, thank you. I'm ending the poll. And I want to thank all of those who participated in these quizzes. Thank you very much. And we'll get back to you later on. Either me or Priya or Divya, one of us will announce the results. Thank you.
Thank you, Pradeep. Before we move on to the next speaker, I would like to let you know about the name scholarship that EducateAKid has to offer of choice of names of any people who offer $500 or more in the memory or honor of a loved one. So last year we had 34 name scholarship. So in 2020 we had 34 name scholarship. If you are interested, you may do so by contributing $500 or above. Thank you. And we have our next speaker. She's an advisor. She's one of our advisors, Prasanna Rajan. She retired from Kerala Government Service in 2013. Ever since then, she was actively involved in EAK, EducateAKid. She's currently residing in Ottapalam, Kerala, Palakkad. Her hobbies include social service and online teaching. I invite Prasanna Rajan to speak a few words. Thank you.
ഹലോ ഹലോ പ്രിയ സുഹൃത്തുക്കളെ നമസ്കാരം. കഥകളിക്കും സംഗീതത്തിനും മറ്റു കലകൾക്കുമെല്ലാം പ്രസിദ്ധമായ പാലക്കാട് ജില്ലയിലെ വെള്ളിനേഴി എന്ന ഗ്രാമത്തിൽ പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ഗവൺമെന്റ് ഹൈസ്കൂളിൽ നിന്ന് 2013 ഞാൻ റിട്ടയർ ചെയ്തത്. 2013 മുതൽ ഞാൻ EAKയുടെ അഡ്വൈസറായി പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നു. ഒരു അധ്യാപിക എന്ന നിലയിൽ പഠിക്കാൻ വളരെ സമർത്ഥരായ പക്ഷേ സാമ്പത്തികമായി വളരെ കഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്ന ഒരുപാട് കുട്ടികളെ എനിക്കറിയാം. അപ്പൊ അത്തരം കുട്ടികളെ സഹായിക്കാനുള്ള ഒരു പദ്ധതി എന്ന നിലയിൽ EAKയുടെ ഒരു ഭാഗമാകാൻ എന്നെ സഹായിച്ചത്
അതിനുവേണ്ടി എന്നെ നിർദ്ദേശിച്ചത് ഒരുപക്ഷെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാം, EAKയുടെ ആദ്യകാല പ്രവർത്തകനായിരുന്ന, ഞങ്ങളെല്ലാവരും സ്നേഹപൂർവ്വം ഉണ്ണിയേട്ടൻ എന്ന് വിളിക്കുന്ന ശ്രീ സത്യപാൽ സർ അവർകളാണ്. അദ്ദേഹം കഴിഞ്ഞ ജൂലൈ 8-ാം തീയതി നമ്മെ വിട്ടു പിരിഞ്ഞു. ഈ അവസരത്തില് അദ്ദേഹത്തിനെ ഓർമ്മിക്കാതെ എനിക്ക് 2 വാക്ക് നിങ്ങളോട് പറയാൻ പറ്റില്ല. അതുകൊണ്ട് അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ പാവന സ്മരണയ്ക്ക് മുന്നിൽ ഞാൻ 1 സെക്കൻഡ് തലകുനിക്കുന്നു. EAKയുടെ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾ കഴിഞ്ഞ കുറെ വർഷങ്ങളായി വളരെ പ്രശംസനീയമായ രീതിയിൽ തന്നെ മുന്നോട്ട് പോയിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു എന്നത് അതിൽ പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്ന നമുക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും തന്നെ വളരെ സന്തോഷവും വളരെ പുണ്യവുമായ ഒരു കാര്യമാണ്. ഈ ഒരു വലിയ കൂട്ടായ്മയുടെ ഈ പ്രവർത്തന വിജയം ഇതിന്റെ പിന്നിൽ പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്ന ഓരോരുത്തർക്കും അർഹതപ്പെട്ടതാണ്. ഞങ്ങൾ അഡ്വൈസർമാർക്ക് അത്ര വലിയ പണിയൊന്നുമില്ല. പക്ഷെ നിങ്ങൾ അവിടെ ഇരുന്ന് നിങ്ങളുടെ തിരക്കേറിയ ദൈനംദിന പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾക്കിടയിൽ ഇതിനായി സമയം കണ്ടെത്തി ഇതിനു വേണ്ട ഫണ്ട് റേസ് ചെയ്ത് അത് വളരെ കൃത്യതയോടെ കുട്ടികളിലേക്ക് എത്തിക്കുന്ന ഈ സൽപ്രവർത്തിയെ അഭിനന്ദിക്കാതെ വയ്യ. പണം ക്രെഡിറ്റായി ടീച്ചറെ എന്ന് കുട്ടികളോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ രക്ഷിതാക്കളോ വിളിച്ചു പറയുമ്പോൾ അവരുടെ ആ ശബ്ദത്തിലുള്ള സന്തോഷവും നന്ദിയും ഒക്കെ തന്നെ നിങ്ങളുടെ ഈ കഠിന പ്രയത്നങ്ങൾക്കുള്ള പ്രതിഫലമാണ്. അവർക്ക് കിട്ടുന്ന ഈ സഹായം അവരെ സംബന്ധിച്ചോളം വളരെ വലുതാണ്. അത്രയധികം വിഷമിക്കുന്ന കൈകളിൽ തന്നെയാണ് ഇത് എത്തിച്ചേരുന്നത്. അത് ഞങ്ങൾ ഉറപ്പാക്കുകയും ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. 2016 ജൂലൈയിൽ ശ്രീ സഞ്ജയ് ചെയറായിരിക്കുമ്പോഴും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ 2019 ഓഗസ്റ്റിലും ഈ ശ്രീദേവി വാര്യരുടെ സാന്നിധ്യത്തിലും ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഈ കുട്ടികളുടെ സ്കോളർഷിപ്പ് നേടിയ കുട്ടികളുടെയും രക്ഷിതാക്കളുടെയും ഒരു ഗെറ്റ് ടുഗദർ സംഘടിപ്പിക്കാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് വളരെ സന്തോഷമുണ്ട്. അവർക്ക് വേണ്ടി, രക്ഷിതാക്കൾക്ക് വേണ്ടിയും കുട്ടികൾക്ക് വേണ്ടിയും നിങ്ങളുടെ ഈ പ്രയത്നത്തിന് ഞാൻ നന്ദി പറയുന്നു. ഈ EAKയുടെ കൂടെ കഴിയുന്നിടത്തോളം കാലം പ്രവർത്തിക്കണം എന്ന് തന്നെയാണ് ഞാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത്. ഈ പ്രോഗ്രാമിൽ 2 വാക്ക് സംസാരിക്കാൻ എനിക്ക് അവസരം തന്നതിൽ ഇതിന്റെ എല്ലാ ഭാരവാഹികളോടും പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് ചെയർ ശ്രീദേവി വാര്യരോടും എൻ്റെ ഹൃദയം നിറഞ്ഞ നന്ദി രേഖപ്പെടുത്തുന്നു. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം, ശുഭരാത്രി.
താങ്ക് യു പ്രസന്ന ടീച്ചർ. ഞാൻ പ്രസന്ന ചേച്ചി എന്ന് വിളിക്കുന്ന എൻ്റെ ഒരു ചേച്ചിയെ പോലെയുള്ളതാണ്. So my dad brought her along when he could no longer function as an advisor. So heartfelt thanks to you, just like all the other advisors here.
Just so everybody knows, teacher is also our Malayalam class teacher, and we want everybody to know that she does that for us too. Teacher, thank you so much for taking the time to teach our kids Malayalam.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Definitely. Yes, she is a multifaceted personality. I know her personally as well. And she is always giving her time for kids and anything to do with education. So she is the OHM Malayalam teacher. Moving along, next we have, again, if listening to these advisors, I'm sure everybody understands how much hard work goes into it. So if we give them the funds, they will ensure it reaches the right places. So again, as we come towards the end of the program, please remember to donate. We still need to meet our goals and not to disappoint any of those who apply this year. Moving on, I would like to invite our next advisor, Mr. Shashi Menon. He is one of the key members of the advisor panels and strongly believes that every child has a right to education. He spent his prime years in Bahrain. He was managing a leading food industry group. And he is always keen on helping people in the community. He goes for an early retirement and settled down in Thrissur with his wife. Right now, we have the honor, or we are lucky that Mr. Shashi Menon is in our time zone with his daughter, son-in-law, and his grandkids here in Orange County. So I invite Mr. Shashi Menon to say a few words to us.
Hi. Thank you, Priya. I hope everybody is okay. Even after sitting almost about 4 hours, it is a little bit restless. Still, I request you to bear me for 2-3 minutes. My name is Shashi Menon and I am from Thrissur. Of course, it is my pleasure and honor for the opportunity to attend these prestigious functions of a Educate a Kid function. I am very happy to attend that. For that, I am thanks a lot for the executive members of OHM and other promoters and whoever is supporting this event and all the people, those who are working behind this noble cause. And my special thanks to the chairperson, Dr. Sridevi Warrior, for giving me updates and all the time giving the proper response whenever we are contacting for any purpose, whatever it may be. We are one of the charitable organization, is something special for that, because we are the organization which working without any propaganda or without any popularity, and the special case maybe around the world one of the no cost operational organization who are working for the benefit of the students. As an advisor, my biggest satisfaction is once the students passed over the courses and they are just meeting any time and just to say us thankful to EAK team for their help, because our policy is to save a child, to save a family. Everybody is not that much quite enough to do the things in a proper way because of there is so many limitations. Some of the students, they are academically outstanding but financially very backward. We are aiming for that. We are concentrating on that. We are doing preference for that. And I have got some examples of some of the students, those who are just approached me after their courses finished, and they are got some appointments and they are coming to say thanks to the EAKT. And two incidents I have just mentally affected, and it is one student, her name is Atira. Her family was financially very backward and her father is jobless and mother is working in a small organization as a part-time, and she has got an admission for nursing, BSc nursing, but she could not go there and she forced to get admission in a private hospital oriented place in Trichur, but the fees is a little bit high. So she doesn't know how to proceed with that. So myself, I just take initiative and approach her and given all the encouragement to her and recommended for the scholarship for her. She has completed 4 years of course very successfully, and she has got a job in Bahrain government and she is doing well. Her mother has come to me and says with the tears of happiness that he says, we have literally saved her and her family and now they are trying to be all right. Because that tears will be definitely giving a credit to the EAK team, and that is the maximum satisfaction we are getting, not because of the money but because of the helping in the proper time. The second one is more pathetic conditions. That one girl, her name is Amrita. She was got academically is very outstanding, but she got admission for MBBS, but her father doesn't know how to proceed that. I just checked with his financial setup. He was running a canteen in the hospital, in the college, and unfortunately it was not a success. So I heard from that outside that even he has donated one of his kidney to just get some financial help to do the loans which he has taken. Of course, I just given him all the encouragement and we recommended and we have got the scholarship. She in Pathanamthitta, she has completed her MBBS. Now she is a doctor. This type of satisfaction is the asset of EAK. Not because we have given for 500 or 1000 people out of that which are not eligible, but 1 or 2 people that really need it. If you are just helping them, it's very nice and good. I want to convey my appreciation for the EAK team and the management and OHM for giving this initiative without any popularity or without any benefit. They are just working hard within their busy time and doing all this type of things, that we have hats off for the in front of EAK team, and I bow my head in front of them because of their work done for the world, done for the proper things, done for the noble cause, to save a family and to help a child. That slogan we are just always raising with our utmost credit. I have got some small suggestions which I don't know whether it will be helpful for the EAK or not. I just noted down. It will be a great idea to spread the message and mission statement to several educational institutions, so more and more students will come forward and we will get a chance to select exactly what they require or exactly where they are reaching. So we will get the exact child wherever they need. For that purpose, I just approached the Thrissur Government Engineering College and I requested the principal just how we can help the students for that. He says you can just approach the students, but the problem is we cannot put anything on the propaganda or anything advertisement on behalf of a private things which we are doing. So they says if you have got any flyers or something just like that illustrating what we are doing or what you would like to do or what we are going to do or what we are doing now, is will be very helpful, and they says we can publish in the notice board so the people, all the students will come to know. I don't think so that all the students who is required is not coming to our level just to educate a kid is giving a scholarship. It's only through friends or through advisors or through some these things only they are coming to know now. Whatever we are doing, that it should be fruitful when we are doing in type of things. We can showcase our success stories over the past years, so students motivated and encouraged to apply. Advisors could approach educational organization to find potential opportunities and deserving students. It's a queue of existing and future recipients are also alerted about the events here, so they are well connected and identify with the EAK initiative and understand the efforts that are put into the program. Students could also be acquainted with some of the key donors and their background, so they are aware of how they are being supported, what efforts their EAK is doing and what they are behind this, and how much efforts they are taking to get these funds to distribute to the deserving candidates. I think this is a small suggestion from my side. It is not necessary that you should take into consideration. Whatever feel free that you can just take some of the points which may be beneficial to the EAK team. Once again, I thank you very much, especially to, I know personally, Sridevi Warrior and of course Mr. Vinod and all. I used to visit so many times here, so I used to attend the functions and parties and I know almost all the persons. So I am very thankful to the people to select me for the team, and I feel proud to work with a professional team which they are doing for a wealthy and noble cause. And I think I wish all the success in the future, just to go on and on and on and on, and definitely you will succeed and EducateAKid name will be flourished almost all places wherever we need. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Shashiyata. Thanks for that wonderful speech. Your suggestions are all taken into consideration. Thank you so much for everything that you do. We are coming towards the end of the day. What a wonderful day it is. I am so happy to announce that we got close to about $60,000, including Sergeant Pillai's match and Paul Caldra's match. And then we got a final fund, $5,000 from Ramdas Pillai, which hit our goal of $65,000 for this year's fundraising. That is such an awesome feeling to say that we have hit our goal. Thank you, everyone. On behalf of the EAK team, I'm taking this opportunity to thank everyone. We couldn't have done it without you all. It's a great feeling to end the night on this tone, and I'm sure there is a lot of you who will go back and still give us more, but so that's not the end of it. But it is such a great feeling to know that we hit this goal today. And Divya, on behalf of Divya and myself, Divya being my co-MC, I enjoy doing this with you, Divya, and thank you for all the support and everything. Thank you for being a great audience. Thank you for this EAK team, every single one of you. I'm not going to name everybody, but thanks a lot from myself and Divya's side for giving us this opportunity to MC this wonderful, happy event. Before I end for the night, I call Sunil Ravindran for the word of thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, Priya. What a great night. What a great fundraising to end, knowing that we hit the goal of 65,000. Hope we will be getting more, and we can definitely make it as a record-breaking fundraising this year. So I was given a minute to talk about, to thank everyone. God knows how I can finish that in a minute. Hope I will get bootstrapped in a minute if I can. But I was thinking about it. How do I finish that in a minute? So one thing, we should all thank God that He chose each one of us to help all those needy kids. I think that's the biggest thanks we should say today. Those two words are not just a replacement for whatever the generous minds or the thoughts that came through today, making that happen. Each and everyone who have been supporting us and have, planning others to bring on board to in future support. Thank each and every one of you from bottom of my heart. On behalf of OHM and EAK, we would like to extend our sincere thanks to all of you individually. I'm not going to call out every single name, but I just want to touch base on few things, few important ones. Our grant sponsors, platinum sponsors, gold sponsors, and the silver sponsors. Thank you so much for your continuous support. We called out your names early on. I just want to call that out again once more. And as you know, this event is run by volunteers, end to end. There is no gain behind this. What we get is passed on to the right hands. It's all done by sincere support by everyone, starting from the EAK chair, OHM organization, and all the supporting advisors. Your time, your valuable effort, your sincere support to the organization to make sure every single penny goes to the deserving hands. Thank you so much. And making this happen is not easy, as you all can imagine. And Dr. Sridevi Warrior, hats off to you taking so much effort. And I personally know how much time you spend at your work, hospital, even during pandemic situation. You have been working late hours. I don't know whether you sleep or not. You have been working, making sure that you don't skip the timelines. Making sure you run behind everyone, chase down everyone you need it. Make they are available to support this, making this event successful this year again. Hats off to you, Sridevi, and thank you for all the effort you have been putting towards this event effort. Next, our core leadership, Sri Vinod Bakleen, our president of OHM, and also be the person behind the pillar behind the leadership. Thank you so much for guiding the entire team, working with us. And all these events doesn't go so smoothly without a proper planning, and Suresh Enchura has been so so precise, I would say, minute by minute. We ran over a few minutes today, unfortunately, but he has been so key to make this happen, the event coordination. And all the communication, the timely communication is important, the matters important. How do we reach out to people, making sure you attend, you get the information what you need in a very succinct matter. Jaydeep Menon has been so key to make that happen. Thank you so much, Jayden. And all these funds, all these people who have come across, come together, the message has to be reached out to them. Somebody has to follow up. And when it comes to money matters, we all know that, the only one person who we cannot say no is our Ravi uncle, Ravi Velateri. Thank you so much, Ravi uncle, for tirelessly working. So keen, and even so inspiring for these events, and not only this organization, other organization too, but you have been so key to make this organization, this event so successful. Thank you for your spearheading for fundraising. Raman Nair for keeping all the accounting intact, keeping all the money flowing through, making sure working extra hours, making sure all the money goes out to the deserving kids, their accounts, evaluating, making sure the right accounts, right kids getting the right amount. I'm just touching on the high level points. So much effort goes behind it. And we also had some featured programs today from Karthik and Veda and Dr. Sindhu Pillai for thanks for taking lead on those program arrangements and organizing those. And other core EAK members, Sri Balan Panikar and Pradeep Nair, thank you so much. And this program is been emceed by Priya Shivadas and Divya. Thank you so much for keeping the program flowing through seamlessly. Thank you so much. And unfortunately, we had to do this online, and it doesn't happen without support of our core technical team. Definitely, Babu Pranab has been not only Zoom, but also the audio, video testing with the team members who are to be part of this, making sure their connectivities and other technical aspects are taken care. Thank you, Baba and Suresh Enchur, for helping the team along with me. And all other EAK core supporting members. There are a lot to name, but one night is not enough to call them out. But thank you all who have been supporting us, and all the EAK chairs from the past and who have been continuing to support us even today. Thank you so much, all of you. And thank you all who joined today, and all the participants and all the artists who took effort to record your sessions or come on live. Karthik and Veda coming online today. Thank you all the artists and participants, and our speakers especially, for your kind words, your continuous support, and your perseverance, making sure that the right amount goes to the right kid. And all the OHM board members, there are a lot of people work behind the curtain, behind the scene and the stage. The entire OHM board stands by the EAK initiative. Thank you all the OHM board members, and thank you all. If I missed anyone, apologize for that, but I just want to extend our sincere thanks once more. Thank you.
We want to announce the quiz results?
Actually, yeah, we should announce the quiz results really quick. But before that, Ravi Uncle just sent me a text. The first generation kids in totality today donated 5,000 plus. So hats off to all the kids out there who send in money for us today. Great going. Let's spotlight Pradeep for the results, and then we'll open the Zoom for a bit.
Okay, we have 4 winners, and our winners are Ms. Parul Gupta, Arun Nair, Pranav Warrior, and Pranesh and Kavita Menu. So all these participants got 3 out of the 4 quiz questions correct. So congratulations. And we will reach out to the winners. We will be reaching out to the winners separately and inform them about what comes next. So thank you, and thank you everyone for participating in the quiz. Those of you who participated, thank you very much, and congratulations to all the winners. Thank you.
Okay,
right.
Can we open the floor then for a few minutes?
Yeah, floor is open.
Thank you, Sunil.
Anyone who wants to say anything, it's the time for you.
So 2 years in a row, we hit a 65,000 record break. Congratulations, Sridevi. 2 years in a row, 65,000. Maybe this is 70 if all the accounts are received. And when you count up, and all the matching contribution, count all the companies like Google, Apple, and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, there are some matching funds coming. Yes, thank you, Ravi uncle. Couldn't have done it without you.
And 5,000 order came from second generation. 5,000 second generation. Yeah.
And I see Paul Carla said, Mr. Carla, thank you absolutely for your contribution.
Is here? Is
I still see him online, but he's muted out. Anybody else?
Ramdas made the 5,000 last donation made to hit 65,000.
Yeah, I think he left. I was
Yeah,
looking.
he's on the meeting. Okay, it's in a cultural committee meeting.
I see.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for your contribution, attendance. Really appreciate it.
All the time. Really? Nobody wants to talk. That is unusual.
Yeah.
We know that the outstanding, the worth mentioning is Abraham Matthew Shaji is 5,000, and Paru Gupta 5,000, Spedin 5,000, USC Global 5,000, Ramdas 5,000, all the 5,000, plus matching 10,000, 10,000, 20,000, and then matching 5,000, 6,500 from Paul Carla. That all made it to hit.
I think we'll wait for Rabachechi to calculate everything and let us know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Sure, I will.
Our teacher is here. Anybody wants to say, ask her a few words? I still see President Chechi here. If you guys want to ask her a few things about the Malayalam class, that's always welcome. That's interesting. Nobody wants to say anything.
I usually talk to her, so I just want others to talk.
Me too. I always talk to her too. So maybe somebody else can talk to her.
Yeah. President Chechi, so
I know. She is amazing.
So thank you so much for taking interest in teaching our kids Malayalam. So that is awesome that you can do that from there.
I was there when she got the.
കുട്ടികളെ മലയാളം പഠിപ്പിക്കാൻ നിങ്ങൾ തന്ന അവസരത്തിന് ഞാനാണ് തിരിച്ച് താങ്ക്സ് പറയേണ്ടത്. എന്തായാലും വളരെ വളരെ സന്തോഷം. ഈ 5-8 വർഷമായി റിട്ടയർ ചെയ്തിട്ട് വീണ്ടും കുട്ടികളെ പഠിപ്പിക്കാനുള്ള ഒരു അവസരം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ജസ്റ്റ് എനർജി ബൂസ്റ്റർ ഐ ഷുഡ് സേ. നിങ്ങൾക്കാണ് ഞാൻ നന്ദി പറയേണ്ടത്. സന്തോഷം.
I think we are blessed to have you in our group then. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
I was in Kerala when OHM approached her. I saw the excitement and the enthusiasm that Chechi had just when Sunil, you should have seen her preparing for that Zoom meeting with you all.
Yeah, thanks to Sri. Sri is the one who introduced her, and thank you so much for Sri to finding her.
Because I could see how energetic she is, so I found a partner for me.
That's awesome. Guys, it's been
okay, I am always at your service for anything.
Thank you.
Within my limits.
Thank you.
I can assure you that.
I know. In 3 days, she is taking off to Dubai.
And after that, I can teach from Dubai. No doubt, there is no problem like the current നാട്ടിലത്തെ പോലെ കറണ്ട് പോലെ അങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു പ്രശ്നമില്ല. എനിക്ക് എപ്പോഴും ക്ലാസ്സിന് ഇരുന്ന ആകെ ഒരു ടെൻഷനാണ്, കറണ്ട് പോവോ എന്നുള്ള ഒരു വിഷമം. അവിടെ പോയി കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോ അതില്ലല്ലോ. ആ ടെൻഷൻ ഇല്ലാതെ എനിക്ക് കുട്ടികളെ പഠിപ്പിക്കാലോ. മറ്റേത് എനിക്ക് എപ്പോഴും ടെൻഷനാ, ഈശ്വര എപ്പോഴാ കറണ്ട് പോവാന്ന്. Thank you all.
That's very nice. Guys, it's almost 10 o'clock for us.
Teacher,
It's a long day.
അയ്യോ ഇല്ല, വരട്ടെ. ഈയൊക്കെയുടെ എന്തെങ്കിലും പ്രോഗ്രാം ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഞങ്ങളെയൊക്കെ ക്ഷണിക്കുന്നു. അപ്പൊ പറ്റുകയാണെങ്കിൽ വരാം. അറ്റ് പ്രസന്റ് എന്തായാലും ഇല്ല.
ദുബായിൽ നിന്ന് ഇങ്ങോട്ട് വരാൻ വലിയ പാടില്ല കേട്ടോ.
ആ അറിയാം.
ദുബായിൽ നിന്ന് ഒരുപാട് പേര് ഇങ്ങോട്ട് വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്.
അറിയാം.
Okay.
Thank you everyone for supporting and being part of EAK. I can't thank enough.
Good night, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good morning, Chechi. Thank you so much.
Bye,
Chechi.
Thank you.
Bye, teacher. കാണാം.
ഓക്കെ.
ടീച്ചർ നാട്ടിൽ എവിടെയാണ്?
നാട്ടില് ഒറ്റപ്പാലത്ത്. ഒറ്റപ്പാലം അറിയോ?
അറിയാം.
ഒറ്റപ്പാലം നമ്മുടെ വള്ളുവനാടിന്റെ സെന്ററാണ് ഒറ്റപ്പാലം. ഞങ്ങളുടെ അവിടെ അടുത്താണ് പ്രസിദ്ധമായ വരിക്കാശ്ശേരി മനയൊക്കെ. പ്രദീപ് എവിടെ നാട്ടില്? തിരുവനന്തപുരം. ഓക്കെ, ക്യാപിറ്റൽ സിറ്റി. എപ്പോഴെങ്കിലും നാട്ടിൽ വന്ന് ഒറ്റപ്പാലത്തേക്ക് വരുമ്പോ വരൂ. ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഇവിടെ വരിക്കാശ്ശേരി മനയൊക്കെ പോയിട്ട് കാണാം. ഫേമസ് ആണല്ലോ ഫിലിമിലൊക്കെ.
അത് ശരി. ഞാൻ ട്രെയിനിൽ പോകുമ്പോ ഒറ്റപ്പാലം വഴിയാണ് പോകുന്നത്.
അറിയാം. ഒറ്റപ്പാലത്ത് തന്നെ താമസിക്കുന്നത്.
അത് ശരി.
എന്തായാലും നിങ്ങളെയൊക്കെ കാണാനും പരിചയപ്പെടാനും ഒക്കെ കഴിഞ്ഞതിൽ വളരെ സന്തോഷം.
Same here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Sunil, close it.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Thank you again. Bye.